guarantee already comes with 30-day return.
Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Thursday, February 2nd, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ORIONNWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Clippers and Bucks coming up here in about, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes. We're just trying to wrapping up the Grizzlies and the Cavs. I was thinking about doing a little bit of the East-West Shrine game, but when the score is 3-3, or at least last time I checked, it was 3-3. Not enough really scoring or movement of the football. And obviously, if you had a little bit better quality players there, you'd have some scoring. But I haven't watched too much of Giannis. And anytime we do a freestyle stream, I'm always down to do that. But if we actually have an event, Blazer game, or there's a good matchup at that time, I'm going to, go ahead and do it. I'm not necessarily going to go, every single play throughout the game, but, it'll give us something to watch, in the background while we talk about food, mental health, life, anything going on in the NBA, NFL, MLB, NASCAR circuit, or even wrestling. Right now it's 113-96 Cavs. We had a few ejections in this game a little bit earlier. And I'm just going to wait for this to wrap up a little bit, and then we'll be ready to go. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Thursday. We got one more day until Friday, and then we're going to be on the weekend tip where we get a little bit of NASCAR action. And then obviously after that, we wait another week, and then we'll be doing a little Super Bowl. And that will be exciting. Obviously we know with the Chiefs and the Eagles that must-see TV. Rubio had a little bit of a rebirth and a little bit of a second coming in his career with Cleveland. Nice rebound. 115-98 Cavs. And there's only 6 minutes left. I imagine this will go by pretty quick. Jameson in the building. How are you? Rubio for three. It's nice to be able to see guys like that, that maybe started off their career with a lot of promise, had some injuries, moved around from team to team, and then now it seems like maybe he's found a home there in Cleveland. And obviously there were some ejections in this game earlier. Seems like Dylan Brooks is always in the mix of things. 118-98, and obviously we got to take advantage of Ja, and we beat Memphis last night. And normally that's not something that the Blazers will do. But, I figured since the game is on exactly the same time, and usually if I start at like 6, it may be too early. So I figured maybe I'll go back to starting at 7. I know that my girlfriend's daughter does not have school tomorrow, so I can actually stay on a little bit longer. So we'll just kind of play it by ear if we end up doing 3 or 4 hours and whatnot. But I figured that since the Milwaukee Bucks, they're one of the best teams in the NBA. They're second right now in the East. I believe the Clippers right now are 4th. So it's a pretty good matchup. 4th in the West, 29-25, I believe, for the Clippers. And then the Bucks are 34-17. So we'll see if we get Air Whitey in the building. I mean, I never really do Milwaukee Bucks games, but they are one of the teams that, I can easily do. I don't have a problem really doing it. I was hoping to kind of go back and forth with the East-West Shrine game, but last time I checked, it was 3-0, then 3-3, and I think it's halftime now. Let me see if there was any scoring. They're showing right now. Nice little sack lunch with 3 minutes left and a fumble. You got Minnesota, UCLA. You got some of the schools that are represented in here. I remember doing this game last. Yeah, it's 3-3 at halftime. When they got the leading stat guy is O'Connell, 4 for 8 for like 33 yards. That's a little, I love football. Senior Bowl, East-West Shrine game, even when those lower ones are there. But fucking A, dude, I need a little bit more than 3-3. So, yeah, I'll pop back and forth and see what it is. But I figured a game that's, 3-3 with not a lot of talent, or even though I like looking at those because I definitely like to evaluate kind of the sleeper players. But then I was like, Giannis is going to be out there. Might as well, take a peek. And I like to take a peek, at every team, at least before we get into the All-Star break, at least a few times. And this will give me an opportunity to do that. And we can pretty much go over anything that you guys want. Definitely slow yesterday. Hopefully we can make up for it. And I should be able to grind it out. Again, I don't really have a time limit where I need to stop. tonight, so there is a good chance. I mean, normally I'll stop around 10:30 my time, but I could end up definitely going until like 11 or a little bit past that, since we don't have to. I mean, my girlfriend's got to wake up at 7 a.m., but she doesn't go to sleep till too late anyways, so I think we'll be fine. Rubio. Oh, Rubio for three. Splash. Damn, Rubio is on fire. Okay, Rubio. Ricky. 124-102. John Morant. Is that 3 seconds? There we go. 124-105. And I got a chance to get my walk in with Paisley as well, so I'm glad I got that in. It's definitely good for the mental health. Absolutely. Jameson, my boy, in the building. How are you? Sarah in the building. How are you? Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's make up for yesterday. And like I said, even when things get a little slow, I still enjoy the streams no matter what. I mean, of course, you would love to have more people. If you can get to the goal, that's ideal. Rubio for a deep three, half block there. But you just know, every day that you end up having a day that comes up a little short, you got another day tomorrow to be able to make up for it. Oh, fast break. Cleveland. Splash. Nice dunk. It's cool to be able to see Cleveland, too, post LeBron actually, be halfway decent. And a big part of that is Donovan Mitchell. We know that. I have to go back to see. Let me look here. I want to see, did Donovan Mitchell and Dylan Brooks both get ejected? I'm pretty sure that when I saw it, they were, I caught it right when the altercation happened. And I'm pretty sure that they tossed both of those players. Let me take a look here. Where am I at? Okay, let's see. Gamecast. Let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Let's see. Bucks score. Yeah, Mitchell was kind of an off game too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I think there was some kind of altercation, and then someone threw. I think Dylan Brooks threw the ball at Donovan Mitchell, and anytime you're throwing the ball at someone's head or their body, of course you're probably going to get ejected and whatnot. So, 112-111 over the Pacers. Talk about as close as it fucking gets, huh? Ah, nice. So did they actually hire you? That's awesome. Congratulations. And like I said, hopefully they have, good benefits, and, hopefully you can take care of yourself. You don't get sick. You don't have any issues, with the back or anything, and you'll be going into the building. So that'll probably be better for you anyways than hunched over at home. You know what I mean? Like I said, if it's going to be on your, staring at a computer for 8 hours, and obviously you're working here with me and everything. And so, you don't want to be necessarily, behind a computer and staring at a computer screen for, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 hours in a day, depending on if it's work or we're doing work and a little live streaming here and whatnot. So I think that'll be good for you. And like I said, hopefully it ends up being a good environment, good people, and hopefully everything works out for you. Yeah, I'll probably do the Senior Bowl. I do like the Senior Bowl a lot more than East-West Shrine Game. East-West Shrine Game, it's that might be the worst one out of all the consolation games. They got Army, Navy, kind of towards the end of the year, as you're getting into the bowl games. And we obviously know some bowl games are just absolutely terrible. And some will surprise you, you know what I mean? But with the East-West, after all the bowl games are done, it's probably the shittiest one. Year in, year out, I still end up usually covering it, but there usually is not a whole lot of scoring. But at least with the Senior Bowl, you will get NFL players there, and there will be some sleepers there. So I'm definitely probably thinking we'll do that. And then we have NASCAR on Sunday. So maybe that's what we'll end up doing. We'll do Senior Bowl, and then we'll do NASCAR on Sunday. So I'm totally down with that. Grizzlies are a mouthy bunch, but they can do it because they've earned it. You got to think, all those years that they were 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th and 8th, and they started slowly but surely climbing up the ladder, right? And then now it's the Nuggets and them. You know what I mean? So, you're seeing Jokic, the Joker, John Morant. They're really starting to show you that they are superstars, and they're going to be a mouthy bunch. You know what I mean? That's just how it is, just depending on the players that you got. I mean, a lot of people could say a lot of the teams in the West are a mouthy bunch. Grizzlies, mouthy bunch. Clippers, mouthy bunch. Sometimes Dallas, mouthy bunch. Timberwolves, Warriors, sometimes a mouthy bunch. Phoenix, Utah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like every team is going to have a little bit of edge to them, but yeah, especially when you get better, you're going to talk a little bit more. So obviously with the Grizzlies being in second right now and having a legitimate threat, what about the Kings in third? That's kind of wild. So it goes Nuggets, Grizzlies, Kings, Clippers, Mavericks, T-Wolves, Warriors, and Suns. And then you got, that's the top 8. And then you got Utah in 9th, Pelicans in 10th, Portland in 11th, tied with the Lakers. Sad. We both suck, Jameson, and we know that. And then on the East, no surprise, Boston 1, Milwaukee 2. And that'll be something that they flip-flop back and forth. Sixers, Nets, Nets are fucking pretenders to me. Cavs, Heat, Knicks, and then the Hawks, and then Wizards and Bulls in 9th and 10th. So, I mean, I think the Celtics and the Bucks are the real deal. And I know Cleveland could end up surprising some people, but definitely not really a believer of Brooklyn. I mean, sometimes Brooklyn plays really well, but I don't know. Just KD and Kyrie kind of irk me a little bit. I understand Kyrie's got the best handles and KD, the snake, he is, a Hall of Fame player, but I feel like KD doesn't really make anybody else better. He's just a really gifted scorer. He can rebound, he can block, he can do a lot of things, but I don't really feel that KD is a true leader. And that's a big reason why he's not in the same category as like a Kobe or a Jordan. Like, we know he's very, very good. You know what I mean? But like, at least with LeBron, if you're a LeBron hater or whatnot, at least LeBron makes everybody better. He's trying to set up, his guys on the bench. He's trying to set up guys with the perfect pass where all they got to do is lay it up and, just being that all-around player. And obviously we know LeBron is 6'8", 240. We know KD's a very tall player that can play all 5 positions. But I think that's one thing as fans. We already knew that Kevin Durant is one of the greatest of all time, but he seems kind of like a me guy, like a me player. And I'm not really about me players. You know what I mean? And Kyrie seems kind of, and I don't really give a shit about the flat earth thing. If you want to have your own opinions about stuff, that's fine. But Kyrie's kind of in, his own world too. And I feel that, he's kind of a me guy too. So I'm not really sure how that relationship really works out. A me guy that wants the ball, a me guy that wants the ball. And then we obviously, when you had Harden there, I was like, oh, that shit ain't going to work. You got too many guys that are me guys. I mean, at one point when we had KD, Russell Westbrook, and Harden, if they could have stayed together at OKC, what could have been for the NBA? That would have been great. But all of them wanted to be the me guy. You know what I mean? And now look at Russell Westbrook. I mean, he went from averaging a triple-double, and now, he kind of is streaky because sometimes he looks like absolute garbage. Let's be honest, right? But then there's times where I'm like, okay, he's starting to look like the old Westbrook from a couple years ago. But overall, it seems like the skills really aren't the same as what they were. But again, as you get a little bit older, depending on the team that you are, how many touches you get, things change a little bit. But you never know, how things are going to play out from year to year. I mean, as long as they're playing, they're still going to be able to get things going out there. I think so. I mean, I know the Clippers, I believe, are on a 5-game win streak. And obviously, I'm not going to be watching every single game, in the NBA. I'm going to, like I said, I used to love the NBA as my number one when I was a kid, right? But I'm still, even if I don't watch every single game in entirety, usually ESPN's TNT on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm still looking at the standings every couple days. I'm looking at the scores. I'm looking at the box scores. And I'm definitely making sure that I have an eye and a pulse on the league. So that way I can make good predictions to help you guys win money like last year when I told y'all who was going to win the championship, and who's going to win it in 6 and who's going to get the MVP even before the playoffs started. So, but right now, I mean, based on the league and the way that everything is standing, obviously you would assume it's going to be Celtics or Bucks this year. I would be very shocked if it's any other team. Yeah, I know the Sixers, Nets, and the Cavs and the Heat and the Knicks and the Hawks can get hot at times. I've seen it. I get it. But I'm just looking at team. I think, Celtics are the best, but when they got Giannis, they're going to have a shot. But those are the two, clearly, the teams that should be playing each other in the Eastern Conference Finals. Should. That's the key word, should, right? And then the West, this is exciting because we don't really know. You got the Nuggets and Grizzlies, and they're the 2 best teams. But now you got the Kings, the Clippers, Mavericks. But Luka can only do so much. He needs help. He needs other guys there, right? and you got the T-Wolves, Warriors in 7th. They might be able to turn it on. Injuries with the Suns as well. So it just depends on those teams. Like normally we don't see the Warriors in 7th and Phoenix in 8th. But that's the type of league that it is. And you're starting to see you got to have defense and a well-rounded squad and a bench. And obviously with the Nuggets and Grizzlies, those are the 2 best. And it wouldn't surprise me if they ended up playing each other at some point in the playoffs or the Western Conference Finals. Yeah, there's going to be movement, but I'm not sure if I would take the Kings, Clippers, Mavericks, T-Wolves, Warriors, Suns, Jazz over the Nuggets and Grizzlies. Yes, I know Golden State can get hot. Phoenix could too. Utah, Timberwolves, Mavericks. But those teams to me are a little bit hit or miss. The Grizzlies with Ja and the supporting cast, when they're healthy, even though they lost tonight and they lost to the Blazers last night, they're still an awesome team. At home, they're 21-4. Away, the Grizzlies are 11-15. So obviously the Grizzlies need to figure that out. And then the Nuggets, 23-4 at home, 12-12 on the road. So even though you're number 1, number 2, in the West, you're still kind of shitty on the road. But a good example, the Boston Celtics, to me, they're the best team in all of NBA, the everything, right? They're 20-6 at home, right? But they're 17-9 on the road. So what that tells me is that they learned from that loss last year, and this may be the Boston Celtics year. I mean, that's kind of the way I feel. If they can stay healthy, Tatum learned the pain, of losing and not really playing as high of a level. Sometimes you got to lose before you win. Sometimes you got to crawl before you walk. So don't be surprised if Boston ends up winning it all this year. I think there's a very good possibility. Obviously, Milwaukee will have something to say about that, and I hope they go toe-to-toe. I hope there's no injuries, and we get a healthy Middleton, a healthy Giannis, a healthy Tatum, a healthy supporting cast, and we get Boston, Milwaukee, and then hopefully we get Nuggets, Grizzlies. Of course, I would love the Blazers to get up there, but let's be honest, I know my team's not very good. I've watched them in person live a few times this year. We just don't have the supporting cast like we did a few years ago when we went to the finals and got the fucking swept by the Warriors, but at least we got there, but we had a really good bench at that time. What about this kid right here? Darius Garland, 32 points, 11 assists. With him and Donovan Mitchell, Cleveland has got something cooking. I mean, 5th seed, pretty good. And of course, for Donovan, he didn't even really want to go there. He's like, fuck this team. I want to go to the Knicks because he wanted to play, in front of that type of the Mecca, right? And then they're like, fuck you, Donovan. We're going to get rid of you, right? And we're just going to send you to the worst spot, Cleveland. And then he's like, fuck it. It's all good. I'll throw up a 70, So it's pretty cool to see guys kind of have a rebirth in their career. Like, you want to doubt me? And it's really crazy, too, that Utah had Gobert, right? Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. And then at one point they were like almost better without him, but now they're starting to kind of get back into reality, and now they're in 9th. But there was a point where they were higher up in the standings where they were like 4th or 5th, and you're like, how the hell is Utah better without Rudy Gobert, one of the defensive players of the year, and Donovan Mitchell, one of the probably top 10, top 12 players in the league right now? It's crazy. You know what I mean? But sometimes a new opportunity will give you a chance to be able to make things happen. But I definitely think the Bucks have a chance to win tonight, even though the Clippers are on that win streak. So, and I believe it's 5 games. I think it's a 5-game win streak that they're on. So your boy pays attention. So, hey, I think they can. I think they can. Oh, that's good. That's good. Musgrave, the tight end from Oregon State at the Senior Bowl. Nice. Heck yeah. Is that any relation to the Musgrave family in the Northwest? I mean, it might be, because obviously there was a Musgrave that was into announcing, coaching. There was, there's quite a few Musgraves. I'm not sure if he's related to any of the other people, if his dad or those other people are the ones that I'm thinking of. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to be able to look at the Senior Bowl roster. And again, as long as it's better than the East-West Shrine game, because that's what it came down to. What do I want to do? I'm going to do football normally first, but when I turn on the game and it's 3-3 and it's a third quarter, probably not, I'm going to take my chances that Giannis might put up 30-50 tonight, and it's going to be a little bit more entertaining than that. So Sarah with a 10er, thank you so much. Like I said, we got to get off to a good start. We get off to a good start with a dono early. That'll lead to more and a little bit of a dono train. And I get to see Kawhi Leonard. I have not watched Kawhi Leonard this year. So like I said, I try to watch everyone a little bit, but normally, we're doing football. We're doing other things, wrestling. So this is good. This is a good opportunity for me to be able to kind of evaluate 2 of these teams that will be making a playoff push, Drew Holiday as well. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Cactus Jack approves. Bang, bang, baby. Thank you. $10 holla. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me know what you want to see. If there's an NBA, player, since we're doing the NBA games, if we want to go in that theme, Larry Bird or, someone old school, I can definitely throw up some photos there. We can stick to the theme and we can kind of divert from the theme later. But I appreciate you. 90 to go. And I feel good today. Like I said, I shaved, I showered, took an hour walk with Paisley. She's a little tired right now, doing some laundry. It's like I said, I think maybe starting the streams later is better. And the only reason I started them earlier is that because I started them at 6, because normally I have to end around 10:30 because my girlfriend's daughter has to go to school and I'm trying to be respectful. So I'm not just fucking screaming. And her room and the studio are like one room apart. So, but she doesn't have school tomorrow. It's end of the quarter. So fucking I can stream from now until 11 midnight if I wanted to. I doubt I'm going to go that long, but it's just nice to be able to get back to, not having any restrictions. So, and I like streaming later anyway. 7 is good because then if you're on the West Coast, people are settling in. If you're in the Midwest, it's 9. So it's not, you're going to sleep yet, but it's a nice time to kind of vibe. And then if you're on the, obviously, East Coast, it is a little later. It is 10. But a lot of people, they fuck with me because, we stay up late. I usually don't go to sleep until like 1 to 4 a.m. anyways. So, I even wake up early even when I stay up late. I'll go to sleep at like 1 to 4. I'm usually up at 7, 8 a.m. And then maybe I'll take a nap before I stream at some point after I've walked with Paisley or whatever. But yeah, I'm feeling good today. I am feeling good today. You love them. You love them. Westbrook and Beverly. You love them. Yeah. Well, like I said, they're showing the Laker highlights right now. And like I said, you got to have a team, you know what I mean? Not just necessarily names. Anthony Davis is too injury prone. LeBron is still doing everything at his age. So if you're a LeBron hater, shame on you because you're going to really miss him when he's gone. It's like Kobe and any of the legends, fuck Tom Brady. I hate this guy. But then once you start seeing, Eli's gone, Big Ben is gone, Breeze is gone, Rivers is gone. Like it's kind of the end of the era. And whether you hate him, it's kind of like a heel in wrestling, right? It's kind of like MJF or like The Miz. It's like you love to hate the guy, you know what I mean? But you need really good heels in the business. And you're either, rooting for the guy to succeed or you're rooting for the guy to fail, almost like the Dallas Cowboys or the Patriots. There's just so much hate out there, but you're always paying attention. And that's one of the things. But Anthony Davis today did not get hurt. 31, 14, and 2. What a fucking stat line there. And then LeBron, what's new? 26, 7, and 7. And LeBron is chasing history, and that's a big reason why he's still in the league. He wants to be number one, over Malone, Kareem. He wants to be known as the number one scorer, of all time, which I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame him at all. Hi, Paisley. Paisley just woke up. Said, Dad, you're loud as hell. I know, Paisley. Finley in the building. What to do? Plus, when the NBA is on, I have to make sure I'm sprinkling these in because football's almost over. We'll still do baseball. We'll still do NASCAR. We'll still do wrestling. But, even though the NBA is lower on my pecking list, I'm still paying attention. You know what I mean? And the more I watch, maybe I'll learn to like it a little bit more. But when I have a good matchup like this, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Clippers, Bucks, live reactions with your boy. Let's get it, baby. Let's go. And I know there's fans of the NBA, that maybe don't like some of the other stuff that we do. And there's also people that love football and wrestling, that hate the NBA or they'll manage it, a little bit here and there. But I mean, the bottom line is we're getting into that time where we got the NBA, we got March Madness. So, if you're going to get a little excited about the NBA, this is really the time because it's going to transition into college hoops. And, ooh, I like those jerseys. Oh, those are the old school Buck jerseys, the Ray Allens. Woo! Those are fire. 37.4 points per game, 13.8 rebounds, 4.4 assists. Let's go. Giannis, baby. Let's go. Oh, of course. And I know Dylan Brooks with Oregon. He never really was that much of a shit talker, but as soon as he went to the NBA, he kind of changed. And he just ended up being really mouthy and whatnot. But the Grizzlies are a mouthy team, so I imagine they're probably the team that people hate the most in the West right now, but you also are jealous too. A lot of people are jealous of them because of Ja Morant and how good they are. I mean, they're a good team. They could end up making the finals, but I don't think that they're going to be good enough to beat Boston or Milwaukee. I think the Grizzlies are good. They could go to maybe 6 games, Boston. If it was like Boston and the Grizzlies, that would be exciting. John Moran on that stage, because obviously with Denver, they're kind of a boring team to watch, even though we know they're very, very, very good. The Joker is like, kind of do it by the book, kind of like a Tim Duncan, where you don't really get excited watching him. But if you are a fan of the NBA, you pay attention. But it's not going to be like watching Giannis, or Embiid, or someone like that, or Luka. Oh, here we go. He's related to Bill. I figured he was. 63 points away. I know, man. Pretty sweet. I mean, I got a lot of LeBron memorabilia from a long time ago, like when he was on the Cavs. I got a big old fat head in a tube, like way back from the rookie year. I got some early McFarlane, his first figures, couple rookie cards. Kawhi Leonard with the jumper, 2-0 Clippers. And for me, if I'm going to get into the NBA, if I'm going to watch a game, I got to see at least two good players on each team. You know what I mean? You got to be able to have something for me. I'm not going to do just any game. Oh, Giannis open for three. In and out. I really love these jerseys that they got going on. The purple and green. They look sweet. Definitely gives me Ray Allen vibes. Paul George, fadeaway is good. 4-0 Clippers. Paul George and Kawhi. This load management crap is stupid, though. Oh, cool. We got Giannis going down to the hole. Just short. Try to muscle his way in there. But the load management stuff is silly. I remember there was guys that had neck braces, guys that were just really fucked up, and they would play. These guys have just a pinky that's jammed. They're like, okay, I guess I'll take a game off. What? I guess, I mean, if they're going to do that, they might as well shorten the season from 82 to 72, but I know that'll never happen. Especially if you're a kid and, you're going to go to a game and you want to go see your favorite player. You don't even know if he's going to play. Jumper by George, no good. 4-0 Clippers. No, I assume Milwaukee will be able to, get into a little bit of groove. Giannis, another brick. Not a good start for Milwaukee. And the game's on TNT if you guys want to watch. And if anything goes on in the East-West Shrine game, update me, let me know. Last time I checked, it was 3-3. And like I said, I was either going to do that or this, but that was already started, and it would have been just the second half. And I was like, well, that's not worth it. But I figured with Kawhi and Giannis, Paul George, another jumper by the Clippers. Six 0 Clippers. Fadeaway, Lopez. Finally, there we go. 6-2 Clippers. I'm not really digging all the sponsors on the jerseys now. On the Bucks jerseys, they got the big M for Motorola on the right-hand side of the patch. Jesus, I get it, but what's next? So we're going to have NFL ones look like that too? I mean, not everything needs to look like a NASCAR racing suit, but I get it because it's money. You put you put it on the building and then you pay for the building name. But if you actually put the logo, advertisement on the jersey, everyone sees it. So that's why you pay the millions of dollars to be able to get that fucking patch on there. I don't know. I do like racing suit patches and the companies. That's why a big part of me loving NASCAR is just the brands that are involved. But that's NASCAR. I like it on the car, the stickers and on the suits and shit like that. But I don't know. I just, with the basketball, baseball, football, hockey jerseys. And I mean, I get it with soccer and rugby, but I don't know. It's a little too much for me. I mean, you start off with one, then it leads to two, and then it's 3. Then they start putting them on the back of the jersey. It's Giannis drawing the foul. 8-2 Clippers. Hope everyone is having a good day. What do you want to see for photos there? Tatum? All right, I got you. Oh, Mango Madness. I had this bitch in the freezer for an hour. Oh, it's money. So good. Sober, stoned. Excellent. So good. All right, come on, Giannis.
these mid-range jumpers. And Milwaukee's defense, one of the best in the league, third best. Coming in, as you look at Mike Budenholzer, they've been a great defensive team since he's been here. They play in that drop, and they're staying home on the perimeter, not giving up as many threes to beat them and to beat the best team. You've got to be
In and out. Damn, Giannis is off as hell. The vibe and the flow of the game so far is all Clippers. Yeah, Giannis is trying to do bully ball. Good defense by Kawhi. Rebound. Oh man, this doesn't look good for Milwaukee, at least early on. And they're at home too, but the crowd is super flat. Clippers seem just a little bit more motivated, but again, they're on a 5-game win streak, so they're feeling themselves. Climb up the fucking Western Conference ladder. Nice layup on Lopez. Zubats. 10-2 Clippers. Oh God, I can just imagine Air Whitey punching the TV right now. Giannis for another 3, brick. 10-2 Clippers. This one's getting ugly already. Paul George swings it again. Kawhi. This is cool that Kawhi's out there because, I don't really get to see him too often because he's just always doing the fucking load management. Like, remember when they won the championship with Toronto and everyone went crazy, Drake and everyone? It was just crazy to think that the Raptors, I know, DeMar DeRozan, Lowry, but just like Kawhi came over there and like put them on the map. Would have been kind of cool for them to, have him stay there in Toronto so Toronto could stay relevant. But of course, every single one of them ended up leaving, DeRozan and then Lowry and Kawhi. But God, they had something special that year, didn't they? They had the mojo. Kawhi, in and out. 10-4 Clippers. And when I watch the Bucks too, I mean, when Middleton's not on the floor, it's just like Giannis. It's like one-on-one the whole time. I need to be able to see you work the ball around. It's like kind of like, you're just doing isolation. You're not going to be able to win a game if you're just isolating one-on-one. I get it. You're one of the 2 best players in the NBA. Maybe I go Luka over you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we know Giannis all around is fantastic. But it's just like, I need to see you play more team ball instead of just Giannis one-on-one ball. And I do understand that the talent level is not like you, but Middleton can throw some, throw something down, but he's sitting on the bench right now. I'm not sure if he's going to even get in today or if he's hurt. Let me look at the... But they got a lot of guys that are still sitting there. Let's take a peek here.
You listen good. I appreciate you for recognizing how valuable my time is. But instantly, stop. You're not going to make me sweat a little bit?
And Middleton's only averaging 11.7, which is low. I mean, we've seen him throw up much more.
That was fast.
He's only played in 12 games.
That's just $5 to get 200 free bets instant. Action so good. Why bet NBA?
And his last game was on Tuesday on the 31st. Yeah, let me see. Middleton, 8, 10, 17, 9, and 18. Yeah, normally, if you really want to be competing with Boston, he needs to be scoring 18 or more. If he's the second best player on the team, you got to make sure he gets the opportunities. And I imagine if he can stay healthy and get a little bit more, you got Lopez, Holiday, Connaughton, former Blazer, Allen. Looking at the rest of the roster. Wes Matthews, the old school Blazers. All right, let me get some photos up here. Thank you, Jameson. Appreciate you. Jameson with a $5. Appreciate you. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, bang. Let me know what you want to see. You want some LeBron? You want some Anthony Davis? He had a good game today. Bang, bang. Let me know what you want to see from your Lakers, and I'll throw it up for you, Jameson. All right, let's get some Jason Tatum up here. First for Sarah. And as great as he was last year, you could tell, as great as a player is, that might be a top 5 or, top 10 player, playing very, very good. Once you start going against the best of the best, like if Steph is healthy and Ahad and Clay and Draymond, I mean, it's very difficult to keep up with a team like that and Kerr at coach. So you just kind of knew. But this isn't, like I said, Boston, it seems like they're going to get a championship within the next 5 years. I would be shocked if we don't have the Celtics raise the Larry O'Brien in the next 5 years, and we might even get it this year. It kind of feels like, okay, yeah, the Warriors won it last year, and yes, they need to stay healthy. They got a long ways to go, but, things are lining up where the Celtics are going to have a legitimate shot, especially if they come out of the East. They're going to be confident after what happened last year, and they're getting closer and closer. And they're probably going to match up better this year if it's like the Denver Nuggets or the Memphis Grizzlies. You have a better shot of winning it all going against them than you did against the Warriors last year in that super team. So things are, sometimes shit happens for a reason. You play a really fucking good team with all kinds of fucking Hall of Famers, right? 4 of them if you include Kerr, right? And then now, you're going to be going against teams that are good, that play good defense, and that are, maybe Nuggets aren't mouthy as much. They got the Joker, and he's awesome, but we already know the Grizzlies are shit talking, kind of a pest. It's like it's a kind of a team of Patrick Beverleys. Like, we know John Morant is great, right? And they got a lot of guys. Desmond's good. You got lots of guys that are out there, but and you got Dylan Brooks, but they all like to dance and shit talk. It's like I almost feel like they're a bunch of like NBA gritty dancing guys. Like, you know what I mean? They just want to fucking fight everyone. They want to talk shit to everyone. And we could tell that John Morant and that team was coming. And now they're finally at the top of the standings with Denver, but we'll see. I mean, the Blazers got them, and then they just lost to the Cavs. But again, they're not very good on the road. Most of the teams that are at the top are not very good at the road, except for Boston. They're the only team out of the top 2 in the East and top 2 in the West, Boston, Milwaukee, and then the Nuggets and the Grizzlies. They're the only one that really has a solid record on the road. And you need to be able to win on the road if you end up wanting to win the championship. That's facts. So I look at those type of things, and you want to look at those type of things early to see, compared to the rest of the teams that not only in the Eastern Conference, but the West. And then you can kind of, project, and you have to look at injuries and who's hot and healthy. But you look at those things, and those things fucking matter. Road shit matters. Do you want be a team that loses 4-1? Or do you want to lose last year like 4-2? Or do you want to try to be able to be the team that ends up winning 4 games and maybe the Grizzlies or Nuggets only win 2? You're trying to flip the script. So here's a couple nice Tatums. It's nice. He's really, blossoming into a very special player. And more than likely, he'll be a Hall of Fame player. If he can keep it up, he'll be right there with Paul Pierce and Garnett and Ray Allen. And, he just needs to be consistent. But, I mean, if he stays consistent as a top 10 player in the NBA every year moving forward, it's going to be really hard for him. He's not good. And he's probably going to have a ring or 2 in the next 10 years. I think that's pretty realistic. I'd be shocked if they don't get at least 1. That would be wild to me. But, I mean, injuries or something. Now we got Grayson Allen from Duke. He loves to trip people. I remember this tripping thing that he loved to do in college. $15. Let's get to a hundo, baby. There we go. Paul George for 3. And we truly are Northwest sports fanatics, because I feel like there isn't really anything I feel uncomfortable on. And you can hear me say, I hate the NBA, don't really like college hoops. But still, with me saying that, we still know what we're talking about. I don't let my dislike for the league or the sport itself not being as good as it was in the 80s and 90s like reflect my reading or keeping up. Yeah, I might not watch all the games like I used to, like from beginning to end, and be excited about it, but you still need to be able to do your due diligence. And I always knew that there was always fans of the NBA on the channel, and there's probably going to be outsiders looking in that want to be able to hear people call a game as well. So 16-5 Clippers. 5:02 left in the first quarter. Goes over the backboard, out of bounds. Clippers 16, Milwaukee 5. Thank God we get Chris Middleton. Let's go. Okay. Fans are like, yes, can we get some fucking scoring here? Panthers fan in the room, my boy. $5 holla, my boy. Kawhi Leonard. Foul. All right, let me get some photos here. $5. How about Frank Reich and the Panthers? Who should they draft? Oh, you already know you got a lot of room. All the teams in the NFC South are dog shit. We can all agree to that. You know what I mean? Like, we're not good. Like, anyone can, Saints, what they're doing with their coaching staff and we don't really know how things are going. Buccaneers look terrible. It's like the post-Tom Brady era. Panthers and Falcons, we're bad, but you guys are looking like, maybe the Saints and Bucks are going down and the Panthers and Falcons are slowly going up. But with that being said, that still means that all of our teams are sitting at around 500 or worse, like maybe 8 or 9 wins or worse. That's not good. We want the NFC South to be more than 4 to 8 or 9 wins. But unfortunately, all our teams are kind of shitty right now. But hopefully we'll be able to, draft good and, get some free agents. And I am rooting for the rest of the teams in the division to get better. I don't like seeing all the teams suck. I got an NFC South pride through and through. And, it's our division, man. It's like we don't want to be known as the worst division in football. But if we keep fucking playing like we've been playing, we're going to get labeled it. And we pretty much were it this year. Normally it's the AFC South, but at least Jacksonville came out of the cut and they at least did something. So let me get some AD, Kobe, and Michael. Dude, Michael Cooper. Nice choice, dude. And it's like I said, my NBA knowledge, even though I don't do NBA games on the regular, me and Preston and Justin, I can name drop players because of all the cards that I used to collect. And I just have like teams, like encyclopedia in my brain, and I can go down the list of, the old players and all the cards I remember collecting and whatnot. And sometimes we can just go over and over, 10, 20 names deep. But it's good to be able to focus on what's going on now. I just hope the game gets a few more superstars in the next couple years. We need more Lucas. We need, a little bit more, I think, talent, to kind of bring it back. It's never going to be as good as the 80s and 90s. And also now you got LeBron on the brink of retirement pretty soon. He's waiting for Bronny to come up. What if Bronny went to Oregon and then Bronny went to the Blazers? Then that means that LeBron would go to the Blazers for at least a year. Because I know he wants to play with his son for 1 year and then call it a career. But even if LeBron came off the bench, I mean, what is he going to do at the very worst? 15 a game? Fuck, LeBron would probably still put up 20. He's so incredibly talented. You give that length of time of a game, it'd be pretty easy. That's what, 10 buckets, and he wouldn't even have to get all dunks, right? So you got 10 buckets, maybe a 3, and a couple free throws sprinkled in. So essentially, you don't even need to get 10 shots. You probably would get like 7 shots, 6 or 7 or 8 in like, he could do that. 4 quarters. But we do know that the LeBron is coming to an end soon for sure. All right, let me give you some stuff here. 20-6 Clippers. 20-7 free throw made. And the game's on TNT if you guys want to hop in and watch. You'd be surprised what I know on the NBA side. I know it kind of surprises people, but like I said, the NBA was my first true love, besides wrestling when I grew up, in the early 80s, and I really started paying attention around 85. Card collecting, watching the games, all the jobber players, how intense the NBA was. The players were better. Even the jobber players back then were better than the jobber players now. And those are the guys that are utility guys, 6-man, guys that are no-name guys, but they would just be better back then. The Hersey Hawkins, the Del Currys, these guys that could put up, big numbers. Kendall Gill, they may not be the best player on the team. They might be the forgotten guy, but that forgotten guy might throw up 15 to 35. It's just a lot of those guys that I remember watching. The talent level of the NBA is nowhere near what it was in the 80s and 90s. And obviously the Dream Team, 92, you'll never, ever have a team as good as that ever. That was the best team of all time. If you're looking at that team, and Shaq should have been on that team instead of Christian Laettner, and then that would have made it, by far. But even with Christian Laettner and not Shaq, still. And we already know how good Laettner was in that time period, obviously with Duke. All right, I'll give you an AD. Let me see here. And then let me see. I got this really cool one for you. This one is LeBron, and this one is Jameson. This one's LeBron and Anthony Davis, right? And it's a graphic with the trophy behind it. Oh, yeah. And then it's got all of the Laker legends, that either are alive or passed, like in the background in purple. So in the background, you can see Kobe and Shaq, Kareem doing a sky hook, Kareem at the line, Kobe. Very, very cool, man. obviously they're not going to sprinkle in a lot of the other guys, because obviously when I have memories, I have like Nick Van Axel and Eddie Jones and Eldon Campbell. So it's like, even though that the Lakers were my rival, being a Blazer fan, I mean, I always paid attention to the Sonics and Lakers to a T, because you guys were always our biggest rivals through and through. But this is actually one of the coolest Laker graphics I've seen. You got Anthony Davis, he got the dreads, he's got the screaming face, and then you got LeBron looking the other direction, Larry O'Brien behind him, and then you can see all the players in the background, kind of faded into the background. Very cool. I'm definitely keeping this one. This one is staying for Jameson. That's a nice one. Let me see here, and then we'll get Panthers fan stuff here with the Panthers as well. We got Kobe. Oh, we got definitely Kobe. Kobe. I was live streaming when Kobe passed, doing the, I think doing the Senior Bowl, and then, with all the festivities, and people were, coming in there, and I was like, fucking no way, dude. I was like, don't fucking play with me, dude. It's like, even though that, like, I hated him at one point being a Blazer fan, I think a lot of Blazer fans had that mutual, just, we don't like you guys don't like us, we're the rival, and you guys always kicked our ass. But then once, a guy, retires, and you reflect on his career, and then you see what kind of girl dad he was, and, how smart he was, his work ethic. Like, I look up to people like him, that have this intense, not only competitive nature, but the work ethic. If you want to be able to be great, in this business, on YouTube or Twitch or anything you do, you have to be consistent. You have to have talent, but you have to have work ethic. There's not many people on planet Earth. We know Jordan had the work ethic, but Kobe, his work ethic was right there, with Jordan, except I think Jordan loved to do the gambling and doing those other things on the side, where Kobe didn't do that. He just kept focusing. So you could honestly say that maybe Kobe was maybe the ultimate grinder out of all the stuff that I've watched film-wise and article-wise. I find it hard to find someone that worked harder than him in sports. Maybe Tom Brady. You could probably put him in that, that category as well. But there, Brady, Jordan, Kobe, and there's others that we probably don't even know of. Wayne Gretzky and some of these other people in other sports, Tiger and whatnot. Some is natural talent, but there's a lot of work involved. I got to get an old one of you for Kobe. We got to give Kobe like the proper love. So he's up in like sports heaven with Gigi, right? It's like, oh, they're talking about me right now. NWSF. I got to give you 24 Kobe. I got to give you 8 Kobe though too. 22-9. I even have Kobe Bryant's first All-Star game, 98 against Jordan on VHS in my house still. I always have that stuff recorded. I always knew, even at a young age, even if I was like 12, 14, 16, I was like, I should be recording this shit. Like, I knew it was going to go to DVD and stuff like that, and there'd be different formatted stuff, but it's just cool to be able to have a VCR and have some of that shit still. Oh, Lopez. Milwaukee still sucking ass. Maybe we'll get Air Whitey in here for some good luck. 24-11 Clippers. 10 for 20 for the Clippers. 4 for 17 for Milwaukee. Christ, I could shoot better than that. Kobe. Let's go, baby. You know what? I didn't even know about it until like Highlight Heaven and some people were mentioning it, and we saw the car, interview where he's like, that was the hottest that you've been, and he's like, yeah, it's probably I'm going to another team or whatever and stuff, right? But yeah, I don't think anyone knew that it was on. They didn't promote it very well, and I think a lot of us, by the time we figured that it was on, it was already off. So what was it on? Was it on NFL Network or ESPN? That shows you. It's like you're if you want something to be known, you got to market it on social media and TV. And yeah, I was like, what? It's on? It's like, give your fans a heads up, $5 holla. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, bang. Panthers fan, $5. Let me know what you want to see. If you are still in the room, $20. Let's get to a hundo. Let's do it. And I'll still get photos up here. I got the Kobe, and let me get the Michael Cooper.
Well, if he can get a head of steam going to the rim, it's very difficult to defend. Comes up short, so Lillard got
3 for 8 for Kawhi. Giannis. 24-13 Clippers. Board. Wow, they are so cold.
No, and this is a Milwaukee team that lives by the three, fifth in the league in threes made. And over the last 8 games, they've led the league.
24-13 Clippers. They're on a 5-game win streak, so they're feeling themselves, okay? They know that Milwaukee is like the second best team, but I don't think that when they play Milwaukee, they're as intimidated as like if they would be playing like Boston. You know, it's like when you play Boston, you're like, oh shit, you already know what you're getting into. You're playing the Grizzlies, you know what you're getting into, even though they've dropped the last 2 against the Blazers and the Cavs. Half court shot, bank, no good. 24-15, end of the first quarter. And then I got the Michael Cooper there. The showtime. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if LeBron keeps playing, I mean, I don't see a drop off. Like, I never could see LeBron under 10 points. Like, he wouldn't even have to try that hard. There's just he's his body size and him being in shape. You know, even if he was missing shots outside, he could back down or get some easy dunks and stuff. Like, you know, he's the type of guy that could get 15 or 20, I think, without really trying that hard. And I mean, if he wanted to be overly aggressive and, you know, kind of ball hog it for a couple possessions, you know, to get a quick 10, it wouldn't be that hard for him, you know, to do. So. And then we got this Michael Cooper photo, him getting a rebound. Some of the older stuff is a little bit more like blurry. Seeing if I can find something. A lot of it's not really formatted to size.
What if I need help picking a plane?
State Farm's here to help.
What up, Bo? Hey, guys. What if he's not actually 7'4"?
Oh, I got a magic that's just sitting right here, so I have to put that up. Of course, we got to give Magic love. Magic. It's like all these people that talk about point guards and players. It's like, man, you didn't grow up in the 80s or 90s. You have no clue on how good these players. Like, if they were playing today, they would make everyone look fucking like stupid. Like, it would just be insane. The popularity of the players of like Jordan and Magic and Bird and, you know, Dominique and like, you know, the people get all crazy about like LeBron and some of these John Morants and stuff. Giannis is, but I mean, if like you had modern day Barkley and Malone and, you know, Mullen and Ewing and Olajuwon and Robinson like playing right now, I mean, think about how the NBA would be. We would be king. Like, you know, they would be right there with the NFL. I mean, if you're looking at, you know, based off like talent level, and it would be wild to see. And then the young kids would have, they would be mind blown. They would just be like, what? Like, the players were that good? Even seeing Shaq in his prime, like, you get these kids, they have no idea. They see Shaq on TV and him and Barkley just, you know, talking shit back and forth. But even Shaq in his prime, I remember watching at LSU, and I was like maybe 9 or 10. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to start collecting these guys' cards. I was like probably like 3rd grade. And I remember after the Jordan craze, you know, and then they had David Robinson in 89. I was 7. And then we waited like 3 years. And then Shaq came into the league, and that took the hobby by storm. And then 92, it was like Shaq and Alonzo, everything. Alonzo Mourning, Shaq, everything. It was a special time, you know. Still remember those times. That's where a lot of the knowledge comes from that era too. So, Magic. Oh, definitely. Coop was. Well, I don't know if Panthers fan is still in the building, but I'll throw up a Panther photo up here, and I'll still go over the comment. I mean, if you donate, I mean, I guess I got to kind of do them in order with how everything goes. I know sometimes people have to, you know, they have to run. But even though I'm a Buccaneer fan, you know, I'm not a hater and I'm not stupid. And I always look for the guys that are underappreciated that only the real fans know about them. You know, like if they're really a sleeper player. And this is one of them right here, Jeremy Chin. You know, this is a guy, you know, that he got hurt a little bit, but, you know, to be able to, you know, score on back-to-back plays. And, you know, they need guys like this to build around on that defense. So definitely excited to be able to see where his career goes. And they got a couple good players there. DJ Moore is always underrated. I like some of the guys they have on the defense. But yeah, they have some spots to be able to fill. All right, here we go. 24-18, Pat Connaughton, the former Blazer, with the deep 3. 1 for 9 for 3 from deep for Milwaukee. 2 for 9 for the Clippers. And now the Clippers are up by 6 and 1. Nope.
They've got 27 games left after tonight.
Yeah, but obviously with the Panthers, I mean, they're going to need quite a few things. Corner would be good for them. A tight end would be good. And at some point, they're going to have to figure out the quarterback situation. So, I mean, you got J.C. Horn, Jeremy Chin. You got some players. But it's not like Luke Kuechly's there anymore. You don't got Run CMC. So it's kind of like a rebuild and whatnot. So we'll see what Reich decides to do. But definitely the tight end, corner, quarterback, those are three needs. And, if you build around some of those guys, I'll throw up a J.C. Horn here too. Even if he's not here, that's all right. You still want to put in the work.
He has shot 75 free throws. He's only shooting at 60%, but he's been there.
J.C. Horn's a stud. And then Patrick Surtain, kind of the new blood of corners. But now you got like Tariq Woolen and Sauce Gardner that like, are you going to even remember the other two from the previous year? Like now these guys have to like catch up. I mean, they came in as the highly touted, cornerback duo, right? But Surtain on Denver's not very good. J.C. Horn, some of them, he got banged up. You got to be able to stay relevant. If you don't stay relevant, then other guys are going to come in and then they're going to take your spot, But ultimately, if you end up being a rookie corner, you want to be one of the top 10 within the first 3 years. 24-20 Clippers and a collision. Is that Zubats? Wow, Milwaukee with a big run right now. Yeah, I'm not sure if Woolen will be able to keep it up. I mean, I hope he does. You know what I mean? But anytime you get a player, that just does it, is it going to be a thing where it's like a 1-year thing and then they kind of fall back to reality, or are they really that good? You know what I mean? Can they keep it up? You know what I'm saying? It's like with the Dallas Cowboys, right? With Diggs, yeah, the big year, 11 picks, and then he kind of came back to earth. You know what I mean? We already knew that he couldn't really cover very well. He took a lot of chances and he gambled, as a rook and got all those picks and whatnot, or like an early player. But Giannis baseline, big dunk, 2-hand flush, 24-22 Clippers with just like that with a 13-0 run in the last 3 minutes. Maybe Air Whitey will come in here now. He's like, I didn't want to come in here because we were sucking ass, but then now they're only down by 2. At least the game is entertaining, and I had a feeling it would be. Damn East-West Shrine game. I mean, 3-3, hell. I mean, how am I supposed to call that game or enjoy it? 6-3, 10 minutes left in the fourth. Holy hell. That's tough. That is tough.
I can't imagine the Clippers, as good as they are, that Tyler can be very happy with the help being that late coming on a guy as good as on a football and Covington have such a tough matchup.
Zubats, he's complains like, what the fuck, man? NBA on TNT. Kia. Telluride X Pro. Go get yourself a Kia that you can't afford and have it get taken back by a bounty hunter. That would really suck to be able to get like a new vehicle, like, or whatever. And then all of a sudden you just can't afford it. And then they repo that shit. Like when you see the repo people on those shows. Damn, some of those shows, those people get crazy. Oh, big 3. Damn, we're tied up. 25-25. Grayson Allen thinking like he's from Duke. He's got the new fade haircut, feeling fresh. Now we're tied up at 25 when Clippers were up by a 12. 3 in and out. Now it's all Milwaukee in this second quarter. Giannis, he's like, isolation. Everyone get the fuck out of my way. Spin move. Off the glass, in and out. Foul. Yeah, it's just weird now. We're going to get to a point where a lot of the legends on all levels of the sports, baseball, basketball, football, and even wrestling, we're going to start seeing some of these older guys finally kind of work their way out. But with wrestling, you can still like make an appearance. You can get like fat or overweight or old, but of course you want to kind of, keep up a body that you're at least somewhat in shape, even if you're an older wrestler. But it's like, if Undertaker wanted to do one match a year, I imagine he could do one match a year for a long, long time if he wanted to. But it's all, after you do it for such a long period of time, it just depends. I mean, if Vince, or, the company asks Undertaker, he's going to do something, he'll help. I mean, he's been the most loyal to the brand out of anyone. And I imagine that the Undertaker is more of a son to Vince than Shane is. I imagine that Undertaker is probably his like, you know, his like second son, which is pretty much his first son. Loyalty is a big thing in wrestling. Ooh, off the glass and one. Norman Powell. 27-25 with an and one. Nice crossover by Powell. Yeah, I mean, I think I did it last year. Sometimes I'll do it, but it's like I've learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like from years past where it's like incredibly low scoring. And I remember always comparing it to the Senior Bowl and how the Senior Bowl is so much better. So I was like, okay, you want to be able to do stuff, but then they have to be able to show me at least some type of, you got to be able to move the ball a little bit. Post up to Giannis, 28-25 Clippers. Connaughton, the former Blazer. Left-handed layup and one. Nice job, Pat. Let's go. That's cold. 29. We've been getting frost on the ice, and it's been really cold in the mornings, probably in the teens or 20s, which is kind of rare. We usually have our winter here in Oregon in February. I know it sounds weird, but we may get a snow day maybe in December, maybe in January, but usually in February, it gets really, really cold, and we'll have snow for like a day or two, and then it'll melt away. But, I mean, that's kind of been, the process. So we'll see if we end up getting it this year. I wouldn't mind a little bit. As long as I have food and, Paisley and everyone's taken care of and I don't need to go get anything. As long as the gummies and the pre-rolls and everything is purchased, groceries, all the Snapples and the blue Gatorades. 28-28 all. Bucks on a big tear. Off the top of the glass, in and out. Bucks on the fast break. Holiday, jumper, in and out, tipped in by Giannis. 30-28, Milwaukee takes the first lead of the game with 8:20 left in the second quarter. Basketball is so crazy, too, with runs. Paul George for three, in and out. Board by Connaughton. Oh, I always liked him on the Blazers. It's like there's certain guys that used to be on the team, if you remember them. And, we used to have Nicholas Batum. We had Wesley Matthews, Connaughton. And I usually try to, keep up with those guys, even though they're no longer wearing the, our, team. Like, sometimes you root for their success, though, wherever they go, even if they're not trying to get, wins for the Blazers anymore. I know you guys are probably like that, too, for some players, especially if you liked them when they were on the team. It's like you don't have no reason to, root for them to be shitty. It's crazy to see him, man. So many good years with Batum, the spark guy. He was loved by Blazer fans. Wesley Matthews was well liked too. I mean, most of them. I mean, we're pretty passionate out here, even if we suck. Damn, 29. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to make sure I get all my walks in with Paisley as much as I can, and still wearing shorts. And I just, as long as I can get that hour in. And then the wind, as long as the wind doesn't start going, because I can handle the cold, but when the wind starts, whipping on my legs and stuff, I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. My hands start fucking freezing and shit. It's like nice to listen to the music, get the E40, Be Legit, Too Short, like Snoop, Dre, Eminem, Wiz Khalifa. You just never know what's going to come up on the playlist. Ice Cube. That's the preferred choice music for me. Nice spin move. Put him in the spin cycle. Whirlpool. Watch them close twice. Giannis with the layup. 14 for Giannis. He started off fucking so bad. 6 for 14. 8 boards already. So Giannis can get points, but I mean, it all depends on how many times you're kind of doing isolation. I mean, if you're one of the best in the world and you're always going to have those looks, of course, those are going to be the highest scorers in the league because they're going to get the most opportunities. Like, you don't think Luka gets like fucking 15 to 25 looks a game? Like, he's always going to make it happen out there too. That's probably, I think, the funnest player for me to if I'm watching anybody when he's healthy, I think he's the most exciting to me. I mean, Jaw's exciting, and you have Steph Curry and Dame and Giannis and the Joker and Embiid, and but I think Luka for me is like he's the one that I think to me is the most exciting right now. They should be promoting more with Luka.
Let me bring you my expert.
Scratches.
Those are for my car keys.
So you do with former Lakers unless it's against the Lakers, yeah. Let's see if I can find like a Nick Van Axel or Eddie Jones.
Wait, really? What about this?
AT&T's deal is back. Pre-order a free Samsung Galaxy S23 with the Galaxy phone trade-in. Any year, any condition.
We got to go down that rabbit hole, man. Going down the rabbit hole is good for my soul. Talking about those time periods, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I need that in my life. Life sometimes is so difficult. People can be difficult. Mental health stuff can be difficult. And I know whenever I can go back to the 80s and 90s, I will never get depressed. It always puts me in, like, you're telling me I can't go here and I'm not going to get better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just thinking back of the old school ways, the old school players. I mean, it just puts a smile to your face, and just even talking about it and going back through that time period. I mean, the NBA it's like wrestling and the NBA. Nothing will ever be better than that time period for those two sports. Even if you don't want to put wrestling as a sport, but wrestling and the NBA at that time period were the best ever, and it never will be duplicated. The Dream Team will never be duplicated. NWO, DX will never be duplicated. You're not going to be able to duplicate all the success with Ric Flair and Hogan and Undertaker and Mankind and all the legends. It's just HBK, Bret Hart. I mean, it's a done deal. Even the mid-level wrestlers were better. It's like if I can see Legion of Doom, Road Warriors, come on, man. Demolition. Yeah, I love me some Larry Bird too. Like I said, I had a Larry Bird, Mitchell, and Ness. And surprisingly, back in the day, you could get them for about 200, ish. And basic design, but obviously, just the regular Celtics, green or white, but the white one, super nice, really comfortable, and some of them are more expensive. So, yeah, but I think if you were going to try to promote like, one or two players, I mean, there's going to be a lot of debate on who the best is and whatnot, but I think promoting him would be the smartest thing for the NBA. You got to be able to get your best there. So.
That unwelcome guest everyone wishes would just leave already? That's COVID-19. That's why I got the new updated booster designed to help protect you against
Kobe Jordan.
variants. Got it.
If you want more behind-the-scenes access to your favorite teams and players, if you want more game highlights.
Milwaukee is like really good, but I don't know. Sometimes it's like too much isolation. What's up? Good, I bet. She's been good. I got one of the things in the dryer, and she was sleeping underneath the other one. All right, 34-31, Milwaukee. I just like to look at teams that kind of share the basketball a little more. You know what I mean? I know Milwaukee, they'll get to that point where they can, do that, but it seems like Boston shares the ball a little bit better, but it all depends on the talent that you have on the floor. And then the Nuggets share the ball. Grizzlies share the ball. They know they have players out there. Ja doesn't need to take every shot. It's like, but you need that supporting cast, like that second guy or third guy. Shit is so important. Kawhi for three. Ooh, he nails it. Swish. 34-34. Giannis is like, damn. But he's 4 for 10. 9 points. 4 boards. Oh, nice follow. 36-34 Clippers. When I think of the Bucks, and you see these jerseys like Ray Allen, Glenn Big Dog Robinson, Vin Baker. But a lot of people haven't, talked about those guys in quite a while. But those are my memories, just like in that sports card, and then playing the video games. I mean, that's what you did, man. You went and collected the cards, you went to the card shop, and then boom, you were on the Super Nintendo, the Sega, the 64, the PlayStation, or whatever, and you were just Nintendo and one.
He's been much, much better.
Leonard is fouled. He'll go to the line. Middleton missed the first 20
Yeah.
games, had a wrist injury.
No, she's been good.
He was out for 18. This is his 6th game back as
Kawhi Leonard at the line, 36-36 all, 446, and I'm glad I decided to do this now just as a joke. I already know what I'm looking at. Let's take a look. East-West Shrine game, 9-3 West with 4 minutes left and 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's brutal. 9-3. So we had 4 field goals. Imagine if I would have done that. That would have not been good. And this game has been money. Notable picks at number 15. Oh, Mike Mitchell, Steve Nash, Allen Jefferson, Kawhi Leonard, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kawhi. Giannis. 38-36 Clippers. Yeah, when I noticed the Clippers were like higher on the pecking order too, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, shit, you're actually, they're doing pretty well, based off, being at that point, you're like 4th or 5th in the West. Oh, okay. 39-38 Milwaukee. Now it's back and forth. Middleton's got 5 points in 8 minutes. 2 for 7 for shooting, but they need someone else to start to heat up. Norman Powell. So they got Powell, Paul George, and Kawhi. And Norman Powell was on the Blazers there for a little bit. We liked him. We had him a little bit last year, and he's a decent player. Oh. Yeah, Norman Powell's a boss. Another layup, 42-39 Clippers. Nice pass. Wide open 3. In and out. Clippers with the rebound. Fast break. 1-on-2. Momentum starting to shift for the Clippers now. Wide open 3. Timeout. 45-39 Clippers. 3:21 left. That's a pretty good 5 there. Magic Kobe. Big game James. James Worthy. King James and Shaq.
Get a free Google Pixel 7 Pro when you trade in any Pixel phone, any year, any condition.
I'm your Gucci Wi-Fi, and I've decided, well, if you're on vacation, I am too. What's being your smart home isn't so smart. And now I'm sending mixed signals to your garage. But if you haven't bundled your home with auto coverage,
All right, let me see if I can format this one. This one's really good. I got one that's Kobe and Shaq with the trophies after the winning the championship. Let's see if I can format. This one's a dope photo. It's like the back-to-back. Let's go, baby. A back-to-back-to-back. They're like, we need the Lakers to three-peat, baby. Even though the Kings deserve to win that one year. Yeah. Kobe and Shaq. 45-39 Clippers. Post Malone. Yeah, I'll do that. I just want to be able to have better competitors in the dunk contest. It'd just be nice to be able to have the best dunkers in the NBA participate. But if they're in the NBA All-Star game, they're like, no. It should be a cool thing to, have that as like, part of like, your resume, like Dominique and Jordan. That was a pride thing back in the day in the 80s. Now it's like they have anybody in there. It's like 4 guys you barely even ever heard of. All right, well. So if you're going to do that, you might as well not even have it. Or just like eliminate the Pro Bowl. Like if something sucks, just get rid of it, What's the point? No one wants to watch fucking two-hand touch bullshit. You're wasting everyone's time. I mean, it's cool for like a fan experience and whatnot there, but yeah, they just need to figure out how to do like different types of events like they used to with like the target throw, stuff like that, where we can see accuracy and, they're doing like obstacle course stuff or whatever, It's like, it might be a little cheesy or whatever, but it's better than watching a football game where it's not even really football. It's like the worst thing in sports. Like at least the NHL All-Star game is great. I think MLB is the best. All-Star weekend overall is good. I just wish they played defense the whole 4 quarters, but it's just, for the fans. So they just do a bunch of fucking no defense and crazy ass dunks for like 3 quarters. And then you'll get defense in the 4th. He said, all right. 45-39 Clippers. Clippers were up big early by 12. Big, massive run by Milwaukee. And now things have kind of flattened out and the momentum has shifted. Lopez for 3. In and out. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Clippers up by 6. Yeah, they got options. They got Powell, they got Kawhi, they got Paul George. That's a pretty good trio, especially when no one really thinks or knows how good Norman Powell really is. He's very underrated. Clippers for 3. It's good. Reggie Jackson for 3. There we go. Middleton with a jumper. 48-41 Clippers. 2:25 left in the second quarter. Clippers up by 7. Powell and 1. Going to the line.
Take a look at our upcoming national TV schedule. Don't forget tomorrow night, NBA TV, Suns and Celtics, and then we get on.
Oh my God. I found an epic photo. I don't know if it'll. Oh my God. Look at this one. Jordan and Shaq, right? When Shaq was on, Orlando. Oh my God. This is insane. I've never seen this before either. I've seen a lot. I have a lot of books, a lot of magazines. I'm always looking at photos and, HD, 4K, old school, black and white, grainy, like just garbage quality. But look at this one. Oh my God. This is awesome. I mean, I got a lot of Jordan stuff. I'm a Jordan fan, so I got a lot of Jordan stuff, but I have never, ever seen this particular photo ever. This is awesome. Those Orlando jerseys were so dope with the blue with the stripes, the black with the stripes, and the white. I had a Penny Hardaway when, I never owned the Shaq. I had friends that had the Shaq, but I was more of a guard. I was the point guard, shooting guard back in, when I played. So I was like, I'm going to get guys that are more maybe, my position. So I would get like Anthony Hardaway, Allen Iverson, the 96 rookie red jersey. Those are the ones that I would wear to hoop. That's awesome. 50-41 Clippers. Piece of my childhood just got woken up right there. I was like, oh my gosh. Kawhi for 3. In and out. Clippers up by 9. Milwaukee. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Little isolation. Shoot. Foul. Well, big contact down low. Bodies everywhere. 3 guys down. Wesley Matthews. Right. If they actually played flag football, that would be more entertaining. Like if they actually were trying, you know what I mean? Like, whoever wins, if it's going to be for like charity or bragging rights or whatever, they have some other like swag that they get with it or whatever. But I would want to see, if you had like a 3-on-3, competition or like a 4-on-4, and then you're doing that. I mean, that would be more entertaining for me while they just have it on like a limited space, but they got different cameras going and, it doesn't have to be a long thing. It could be very, very short. It doesn't have to be 3 hours long. It could be something where the game in total is like an hour. And I think people would dig that, and you could get like a quarterback, running back, receiver, or a quarterback and 2 receivers. And then you just kind of have like a 3-on-3 competition with like 4 or 5 different teams. I'd be down for that. But, the Pro Bowl is just disgusting. At least we have MLB, NHL, and NBA. And those are relatively good for what they are. But baseball by far is the best. It's not even close. They try, and it's a pride thing, and they don't like, it's not just like a for the fans. Like I've never seen a bad MLB All-Star game ever. Like it's always been money. Like sometimes you want the games to be a little bit closer and whatnot, but the effort, like no one gives up. And I love that. They make it just like every other game. It fucking matters, and it shows. So I got to get my tickets. I got to go to Seattle. I got to try. I mean, it'd be a dream come true if I could end up getting a ball there and then also try to get some autographs. I would lose my mind. Because you're not going to be able to get autographs from all those guys any, time like that, unless you do go to an all-star game and get incredibly lucky that they like you. And they're like, okay, let me sign for this big old ogre in front of all these little kids. They'd be like, hey, what's up, man? But I don't know. I got a connection, man. Even if you're only going to get a couple autographs, but if you're lucky enough to get like a chunk of the American League or a chunk of the National, or just, you just got into that right spot there. But the thing is if one guy signs, I mean, then, how many is he going to sign? And it's like, when a crowd starts at a baseball game, especially something like that, or even if it's like at a Mariner game and they see Julio signing, I mean, it's a fucking madhouse. Like people start running down in that section, and he's not going to be there forever. It just depends if, what the vibe is. But not everyone is going to go either to bother him. Halftime, 56-49 Clippers.
He was struggling against Zubats, but since the Clippers have gone small, he's been able to just attack the rim at will. No one to challenge him. 20 points in the half.
That actually was an entertaining first half. Oh, Clippers. 56-49. Clippers are up. Oh, it's so good. I mean, I really do enjoy it. Like, because you never, I mean, obviously, if like one league has been winning, for a majority of it, but I just like the players. Sometimes you'll get the newbies up there. They actually get voted in, and it's not, I feel like you don't get as much bias on baseball. You still get it from some of like the legendary people, right? It's like as like Mike Trout gets a little bit older, maybe there gets to be a point where maybe he's not as deserving for a spot, and there's a young kid that's just balling out, but he's just young. And maybe they just put Trout in because it's Mike Trout. You know what I mean? So sometimes there's certain people that just get in based on just being great for so many years in a row. But I always liked baseball because it seems like they really do try to implement the new talent to get a shine, because those are going to be the people that we're going to be falling in love with moving forward as some of the other guys get older. But you got to have a new blood of baseball, and Julio and Vlad Jr. And I mean, we still got the Trouts and the Aaron Judges, and you got Shohei Ohtani and whatnot, and you got some of these other players that are out there, but you need the young ones too to kind of carry the league and whatnot. So I mean, if I don't go to this one, I mean, I already missed the one in 2001. I can't do it, because if I don't do it, they might not come back for another 20 years or something. So I'm going to have to find my way there, and it'll be incredible. I definitely will have a story to tell. I mean, it'll be tough to try to get anything memorabilia wise, especially if you're that all-star game. Like, imagine it's like you had a normal game or whatever. You're going to have a few people that are going to be the honey badger, that are going to be ready to get a ball. Like, there's probably going to be, out of like 20,000 people, there's probably 100 of people that are like me, that are just honey badgering it up and just waiting for their chance to be able to get a piece of memorabilia. And the other people are getting drunk or eating food or on their phones, or they're watching the game and they're just too lazy to try to go for a ball, right? So, but an all-star game, you're going to have every motherfucker in there. I mean, there might be some older people that aren't going to move, but I mean, there's, the fucking home run derby. Everyone is going to be like, intense, and it's all-star, and it's Seattle. Julio will probably be starting, I would assume, if he has a good, position there, even though they have Trout and Aaron Judge. But if they know it's coming to Seattle, I mean, more than likely Aaron Judge and Julio will be back there. It'll be incredible. So I'm super stoked. And we got NASCAR this weekend. I'm stoked about that too. All right, I got to put up a Chase Elliott. NASCAR, baby. It's nice that I love that, like I love the NBA, back in the day. So now it replaces that hole that I had for like, okay, well, I mean, I really loved college hoops. I really loved NBA, back in the day, but I needed something else to make up for that. And so at least now I have NASCAR and then Mariners and Dodgers and the rest of it. Ooh, let's go, baby. I can't wait. I can't wait, baby. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun year. He's got Chase. You got Larson, Logano, obviously off the championship. And I think Ross Chastain should definitely be, I would assume, in the top 5 again. He seems like he's on the cusp of doing something special. So there's going to be fun. Kyle Busch with a new sponsor, new number, new sponsor. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. Like, I don't know. I usually don't get too excited. Like, sometimes I feel I get more into that than even some of the football games, even on the college and NFL side. That's how much I really enjoy it. I think they might be like wrestling. I enjoy the football, but we had some bad games and that kind of irked me a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe at this point in my life, baseball and NASCAR give me the most joy. You know what I mean? Like NFL and wrestling give me the joy too, college football, NFL and wrestling, AEW, WWE, but maybe like I'm peaking at the right point for like, okay, if I have to put in a pecking order for like excitement and, really looking forward to the season, I'm thinking it might be that. It might be NASCAR and MLB, for Mariners and my dad's Dodgers. So, and obviously doing your guys' games too. That'll be fun. Because I feel like I have the knowledge if I'm following it. So if I have to do a Cardinal game, I'm not going to feel out of the loop. If I have to do a Braves game, I feel pretty confident there. It's just, you just have to be able to, you have to fucking read a lot. You have to watch games. You can't just be like, winging it. You really do have to keep up. But it's fun. A lot of new teams are starting to emerge. Shuck. In 2012, Chippers last year. Yeah. Well, stuff happens. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's, it's meant to be, but if sometimes there'll be another opportunity, later where, they're going to come somewhere close to you and maybe there'll be another opportunity. Like I'm getting one, and Seattle's got a beautiful ballpark vacation. That's what I figured that you meant. The spell cheek. It's all good, bro. Yeah. But sometimes it's like, things are meant to be for a certain reason and you get a second chance or a third chance, and Seattle's ballpark is really nice. Like, I swear if anyone came through, like I know Big Jim Cruz is coming out, I think in a couple days, here to Oregon. And so I'll probably, I don't know where he's going to be, if he's got like a rental car or something or whatnot, or what the deal is, but yeah, I might meet up with him for like maybe like a burger or beer or something. I don't really know where, if he's going to be staying in that spot, but if I can make that happen, that would be cool. Kenny Smith, the Jet. Yeah, but you'll probably get another opportunity to go. I'm super excited because, like I said, Justin's going And I'm either going to go with him or he's going to take his dad. And then, I mean, I'm not sure with the crowds and everything, my dad would, he's a little bit older and stuff, but, and then also Preston. So I think almost everyone that I know that loves baseball is going. You know what I mean? If you love it and you live in the Northwest, you're probably going to try to find a way to wing it. Obviously, some people are not going to be able to afford the tickets and whatnot, and scalpers will probably have a field day with that. But I don't know, just be so cool to be able to see all the greats, the pitchers, the hitters, the defensive players, and just to be able, you're seeing more talent in an all-star game for MLB than you will in your entire lifetime, unless you go to like a shitload of games for, a Major League Baseball in your hometown, state, and you're going all the time, like for the rest of your life. Then you'll accumulate, greatness as you're seeing, 5 to 10 games every year for like 20 years or something. But to be able to get like the best of the best, even for just there, and the managers and just the vibe of it, the mystique, and then you also are going to get some of the old school people. So like maybe like Sandy Koufax is there, maybe Nolan Ryan shows up. Like, you don't know, Randy Johnson all of a sudden is walking out there. Like, I don't know, it's pretty cool because like you just never know what kind of tributes or milestones are going to be coming up. And Ken Griffey Jr. It's like, I don't know. It's always something special where you don't really know exactly who's going to be there and what's going to happen. And I usually have a great time watching it, or obviously if I can end up going. So, but Safeco it's really, really is. I mean, I have nothing bad to say. I mean, besides, getting assaulted when I try to get these baseballs and stuff, it gets competitive out there. Men and women, they just want to, I have a ZZ Top guy trying to body check me, and a Karen, trying to slap my leg because she missed the Aaron Judge opportunity. I was like, I already knew, like, it was Preston, the girl, and me. I was like, I'm getting this. I don't even need to touch her. I was like, everyone's hands will come into the middle. The ball will go up, and then I'll fucking Spider-Man that shit, right? And then that's what happens. So, but I'll tell you what, it's super like creepy and eerie, just like they tell you, like when stuff slows down, like in sports, like after you play, like college, like, and then you get really good, the game slows down, or you have these crazy moments in your life where things are in slow motion a little bit. And every time that I have gotten a ball, things have felt that way. Like time kind of sensed to stop for a second, and everything around me was kind of like, and you could just see like the trajectory that it's coming, like the baseball is coming, like you're going to have a chance to get it. Like, I don't know, that feeling alone and that excitement, besides just hearing the crowd and being somewhere where you can root with, other people that like at a Duck game or a Mariner game. But I'm telling you, that feeling of that baseball coming close and in the trajectory lining up where it's like, oh my God, like I am actually going to have a chance to get the ball. And yeah, things have played out pretty good. I mean, the one game that I went to where it was the Julio ball, I probably could have got 3 or 4 on that, particular day. But there was one where I know I could have got the second one where JP Crawford threw it up at the end of the inning and it went one seat in front of me and a guy snuck down in that seat and he dropped it and the kid picked it up. I easily could have slid in front of him or just went right next to him and just like grabbed it, because it doesn't really matter. Obviously trajectory is there, you don't want to knock anybody over, but I mean, when the ball's in the air, it's fair game. You know what I mean? So, whether you have a mitt, and I'll never bring a mitt. Preston is always a mitt guy. I think a mitt is cheating. You should be able to get a ball without a mitt. If you can't get a ball without a mitt, you don't deserve to get a ball, but if you have a mitt, cool. I mean, that'll help you make the spectacular play. But I mean, how often are you going to see one ripped into the seats and you're going to do a diving catch with the mitt? Most of the time it's just like a foul ball, and the mitt sometimes won't even help you. So, especially then if you got to grab the ground, you're not going to scoop it with your mitt on the ground. You're probably going to want to scoop it with your hand if it's on the concrete step or in a nacho helmet or in a beer, So, but Safeco is beautiful. And I'm definitely going to be the same way. Like I said, I'm going to try to get one every year that I go, and I'm not going to be going to too many games. Preston's going to go to a shitload. He likes to be able to travel Miami and LA, and he'll go to follow the Marlins play wherever and stuff as long as he's got the money to do it. And then me and Justin will go to a few games. I'll go with Preston a few times. Sometimes I'll try to go with my dad if the Dodgers come to town, if his health is good and whatnot. But Yeah. And then it's also trying to get, sometimes you don't know when it's going to happen. You'll take a ball from anybody at that point, but obviously if you can get them from like the Hall of Fame players, that's going to be money. Oh, the Joker. He's so good. Golden State and the Denver Nuggets. Steph Curry with the long three. I wouldn't mind watching this game. The Nuggets and the Warriors. That probably would have been just as exciting. Oh, but it already ended. Yeah, definitely Warriors not as good as they were last year. 134 to 117. How the hell are the Warriors 26 and 26? Steph, Poole, Kuminga, the Joker, 22, 14, and 16, 17 triple doubles. That's why the guy gets a fucking MVP. He's like, he might be like not an exciting player, kind of like a Tim Duncan, but God, he is so good. He's very well rounded, and that's why he's considered the best player with Giannis and Luka. I mean, it's usually, I think those are the three. Embiid is pretty damn good too. I mean, there's a few others. Hey, but if I got to get slapped on the knee or body checked and have my knees bleed for 9 innings, but I get the ball, it's worth it. It's worth it. Hi, Paisley. I can't wait for this NASCAR. Sunday, baby. And then how much longer do we got to wait for baseball? I mean, we got the baseball classic thing, so I guess that'll hold me over. But when is like April, right? So we still got a ways to go. We still got to go through March Madness before we do baseball. I mean, obviously they'll have, the Cactus League, the farm stuff, that they have like in Arizona and Sunday, baby. I'm ready. It's going to be a good year. It's just crazy that football is almost over. College is pretty much over. We got Super Bowl, and then we'll be talking about the draft and kind of going that route. So. All right, 56-49 Clippers. Anything that you guys want to see photo-wise before we get started here? I mean, the game's going to start here in the third quarter in a second. So, but I'm happy that at least it's not like completely boring, and it's a lot better than the East-West Shrine game. So. Oh, God, Burger King commercial. It's killing me, dude. Hey, have it your way. You rule. I could go the rest of my life without ever hearing that Burger King commercial ever again, and I would be totally okay. But apparently they have to just keep making a new version just when I feel I've already heard the first 4 versions that they've come out with, like the different Whopper and chicken sandwich options, and then international chicken sandwich, and then now they come up with some other one, like they got the guy and the girl in there doing the fucking jingle, and is trying to come up with different combinations of how to rhyme, Whopper and nuggets and chicken sandwiches and good deals with $5. This is crazy. It's just driving me nuts. Oh my God. I mean, I don't get too but it's like when I hear it, and it's like on all my favorite networks that I watch. And plus it's on all the networks, because when they're a big company like that, Burger King ain't going to be just on TBS or TNT. I mean, they're going to be on all the fucking networks. And then I have to have it your way. You rule. And then some dumbass jingle, but the dumbass jingles, it's like, it's a brainwashing, when you have the dumbass jingles that people remember like that, that makes people end up going to fucking Burger King, whether they, want to admit it or not. It's either you really enjoy Burger King and you're like, oh, look at this, I'm going. And especially I feel with like the younger generation that, I mean, they can impact, I think, anyone from young to old, but the jingle shit, it's catchy, but it's annoying, and it's on every fucking network. They put a lot of money into their campaign. I understand. It's like a fucking political campaign at Burger King, but It's not going to work for everyone, but I'll tell you what, there's going to be a hell of a lot of people that haven't had a Whopper or onion rings or a shake, and they're like, you know what? This fucking commercial, like, I'm sick and tired of this shit. All right, I'm going. And then they're going to go, and then they've won. And then they're like, I got you. Got you, bitch. I got your money. But the Whopper ain't even as good as it was back in the day. We already had this conversation. Back when I was a kid, it was like 99 cents, and it actually was like a good size, like, burger. Now it's like half the size of what it used to be. Like, no lie. Like the Burger King Whopper used to be like the best. Like the best. 99 cents, the taste, and you got your money's worth. It was like to this equivalent standard. I mean, you look at some of the stuff that you see now, where you're getting a single burger now for like $7 to $18 for just like the burger. I get it. Shit goes up and whatnot, but it's crazy. 61-49 Clippers. Oh, yeah, I know. First game is March 30th. Ooh, okay. There we go. It's exciting. I can't wait. And then I'll be doing Sunday night baseball. I'll be, when there's games on. I mean, I'm always going to do Mariners first. Hopefully I can end up trying to build that platform where we can get some Mariner fans to like and sub and hang out, and we won't have any issues or whatnot. And I'll do Dodgers, but I'll definitely do, Braves and Cardinals for you guys. And, I'll keep up with the good teams. We'll do Yankees and Mets and Astros, even though it won't be, I'm not going to lead with the Astros, but if they're playing the Mariners, I'm going to do it. So, and hopefully we win. So lots of Julio coverage. I mean, I got to represent Julio to the fullest. So, and then once we get to the playoffs, all the teams will be done. So like I said, I feel like I'm very comfortable in my lane, with doing baseball. I know some people they want me to call pitch by pitch. Like, I can do that, I guess, but it just kind of depends on the flow of the stream and whatnot. I think at some streams it's needed, but I feel in others we can just kind of, if we're all watching the game together, and some people are watching and some people are just in the chat. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Those are the things. I mean, based on how we ended last year, and then just the excitement of doing NASCAR full time. I mean, those are the two things that I'm looking forward to the most this year: Mariners baseball, and then doing the NASCAR full time. Here and being able to do season number 2, just crazy. Like, I feel like Joey Logano just won, and then now we're already back. Like, we're back. We're awesome. But it did feel like there was a little bit of a like, okay, come on now. I'm ready for some more now. I'll have to get some memorabilia at some point too, but obviously I have to take care of bills and other things. But yeah, at some point it'd be cool to get some memorabilia. But shout out to Joey, man. He's special. He's a shit talker too. You know what I mean? But you got to be just like Kyle Busch. Everyone's got a little bit of the swag. If you want to be the best or be one of the top, unless you're already, Kyle Larson or Chase, if you're one of the others, you got to be able to fight out there. And I don't mind it one bit. I mean, I like that. And a lot of people didn't like Ross, and I know he's fucking really reckless and whatnot, but I think it's great for the sport. And like I said, he did some amazing things, and I do think he'll win a championship before his career is over. He looks like he could win one. Before, I don't know how many he could win, but I don't think he's that like far behind. If you look at how many top 5, top 10, top 15 finishes that he had, I mean, he was right up there with all the others. So I was like, okay, yeah, I've seen you do some dumbass things and wreck some people and be a little reckless trying to get good position. But overall, as long as he's not wrecking our favorite driver every weekend, and that's a big what if. I'm rooting for him to do well. It's good for the sport. Got to be able to have some controversy and other people to keep an eye on. So you may not want him to win it all. There might be others that we're rooting for, but you just want to make sure that the competition is, at an all-time high and everyone's going after it, which they do. You don't really see anyone just being like, oh, let me go out there and get 25th this week. Said no one ever. Double Whopper. Back in the day, Double Whopper is probably like $1.99, which today's standards would be like $22. That's a good question. I mean, it's still really too early to say. but I would assume on the Eastern Conference, I mean, you would assume it will be Boston and Milwaukee, Boston being the favorite, and they're the best on the road out of the top 4 teams from the top 2 in the West and the top 2 in the East. Yeah, and then, I mean, at this point, we know Denver and obviously the Grizzlies are good, even though the Grizzlies dropped one to the Blazers with Dame and obviously with Donovan Mitchell, even though with the ejections and whatnot, and they lost today to the Cavs. But we know that those teams are good. But I would say Celtics, Bucks, you never know what you're going to get out of like the Sixers or Cavs or, but I'm not sure if anyone really believes that they can match up to the Celtics or Bucks when it's at the end, So even if the Sixers are in third, I think there's a gap there. And then Nuggets and Grizzlies are at the top. Kings are a surprise at 3. Clippers, Mavericks, T-Wolves, Suns. I mean, I think if Luka had some more fucking help, that could be something where they overachieve, but it's like Luka can't do it all on his own. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get Nuggets, Grizzlies. They have been kind of peaking for the last couple years. And now with, Phoenix and Utah and the Warriors not as good. And obviously with the T-Wolves and Mavericks, not really with a complete team yet. Maybe we get Nuggets, Grizzlies, and maybe Celtics, Bucks, but there's still a lot of wiggle room, and we got to see if injuries come into play. But obviously those are the teams right now that they look pretty good. But I know Nuggets and Grizzlies, you can beat them, but Nuggets are on another tier. I think right now with Joker, as great as John Morant is, there's a reason why the Joker has been winning these MVPs. So, I mean, Memphis is the more exciting team to watch, but the team that's the best is Denver. If you've watched them, I mean, the Joker is insane. I mean, the guy can get like a quadruple double, triple double, and shoot like 19 for 20 from the field and get you like 10 to 15 boards and 10 to 12 assists, maybe 5-6 blocks. I mean, it's not always like, ESPN top 10 worthy. It kind of reminds me of the modern day Tim Duncan, where it's kind of boring. It's not like street ball like Kevin Garnett was, where it was a little bit more exciting with his, shake and bake and his dunks and whatnot. But hey, he gets the job done. So. But even as good as the Nuggets are, I'm not sure if they would be able to beat Boston. Like if the Nuggets went to the finals and it was their first year, they probably would take it to 6 or 7. But you would think that the Celtics, with their experience from last year, that they would be able to find a way to slow the Joker down or some of the other supporting cast. Maybe you can't slow Joker down, but, instead of him dominating for 4 quarters, maybe 3, and then you try to eliminate some of the other supporting cast players and whatnot. But you never know. Sometimes it's a brand new team that just comes out firing, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I really would be shocked if the Nuggets went all the way. If the Grizzlies went all the way, I think I'd be a little shocked. But, I mean, if Ja gets hot at the right time, they have a good roster too. They're kind of like public enemy number 1 now. Everyone's hating on the Grizzlies because they're good now. Ja's good. Dylan Brooks is always talking shit. Everyone's talking shit on the Grizzlies. And I think they're probably the most disliked team out of all the teams in the NBA right now. But they're good. I mean, like, it's a jealousy thing too. But they had to pay their dues. They were always like 5th to 8th, and now they're in the top 2. They earned it. They got a little swag to them. They're a little mouthy. I guess if you back it up, if you're going to be mouthy. George for 3, and it's good. Uh-oh. 71-53 Clippers. All Clippers. Lakers playing for a playoff spot. Fuck. I mean, the Blazers are right there. I live here in Oregon, and I mean, I go to Blazer games from time to time. I've gone to 2 so far, and they've won both. I saw Dame's 60-point game, but I don't know. I mean, the Blazers and Lakers, we do have good players. Anthony Simons and Dame. You got AD. You got LeBron. But I think that our benches are really shitty for both of our teams, and I don't know, man. We're not very good. Our road records are terrible. We're 11-15. Lakers are 12-16. I mean, I think the West has got way more depth than normal too. It's like you still got the shitty Rockets, Spurs, Thunder, and I think the Lakers and Blazers are better than those teams. But Pelicans, Warriors, Jazz, Suns, T-Wolves, Mavericks, Clippers, Kings, Grizzlies, Nuggets. There's not a lot of wiggle room. So I mean, you got to get to 8th. And right now, the Warriors are in 9th. The Pelicans are in 10th. And right now, those teams are, I'm not sure if they're necessarily better than the Blazers or Lakers, but until we pass them in the win column, I don't know. I mean, it's not like the Lakers or Blazers can go far. I mean, if we go, they're probably losing in the first round. I mean, some of these other teams are. I mean, especially if you get the 8 seed, what are you going to play? Fucking Denver? No thanks. You know, no one wants to play them. So, but you never know. I mean, you can't count out LeBron or Dame. So, I mean, the Blazers and Lakers are kind of shitty right now, but maybe they catch up. It's good. 75-55. Clippers up by 20. 7:44 left in the third quarter. Someone's drinking all my mango madness. She said, let me have a sip. Now there's just air. Love me that air Snapple. Mango madness, delicious. I should get a sponsorship from Snapple. That would be really good. But I would want to get the glass bottles like I had when my friend, his dad worked for Snapple. And I think that's where my love for Snapple came through because he had like bean bags. We played like NFL Game Day on like PlayStation. That was like the alternate to Madden. We'd sit there and he'd have a mini fridge in his room. He was the only one that I knew on the block that had the mini fridge in the room. And it was always stocked. And his dad worked there. So it's like they had a like never ending supply. Always would come home and everything was always ice cold. You pop the cap, sit there, got the mango madness or kiwi straw. I mean, so many flavors, but I like the way that the glass, I don't know, just something, it just depends on how you drink beer or like soda, refreshment. It tastes different, especially when you get it from the tap rather than from maybe the can or the bottle. Everyone's got a preference. But they don't do the glass no more. But I get it's more expensive, recycling and all that other bullshit. But the plastic it comes in, it's all right. I got to freeze it to give me that illusion. Giannis with the jumper. Now they're only down by $1 billion. I was going to say, where's Air Whitey? But then now they're down by like 20. So, yeah, definitely he's not coming in. Or maybe he will and he'll complain. He'll be like, the Bucks. Oh, definitely keep. Because we already sacrificed CJ McCollum, and he was very beloved here in Oregon. I've lived here my whole life. So, I mean, I've been watching NBA since 85. So I already grew up in, the Porter, Drexler, Jerome Kersey, Buck Williams, Kevin Duckworth, Cliff Robinson era, Jordan era, Bird era Magic and whatnot. But no, I mean, I know it's a rumor that they're talking about Anthony, but no, there's no possible way. We would like him to be a little bit more consistent like CJ, but he's still young. But at this point, like when I go to the games and I'm watching, like, we got Josh Hart and, you got Jeremy Grant. Nurk is really the piece that needs to be better. Nurk is soft like Charmin toilet paper. Every time I go to a game, it's like, it's one thing if you've got a European player, but he just doesn't really get aggressive with the big guys out there. He gets pushed around. It's like, you got to be able to be tough in there, lift some weights, or you got to change your attitude or whatever. But that's the piece that we need to upgrade. But I do like Jeremy Grant. We got him from, the Pistons. Josh Hart is a good, solid piece. We need more. But again, it's just not our year this year. There's so many teams that are better than us. But there is a chance that the Lakers or Blazers, maybe one of us can get there. But that would mean that, Pelicans, maybe we get past them. But that means that we're going to be fighting the Blazers, the Lakers, the Warriors, and Jazz and Suns all for that last spot or the last two. That's going to be a tough, man. Unless the Kings start fucking going down. That's the surprise of the year. Motherfucking Sacramento Kings, they don't got no Chris Webber out there. They're 29-21, and they're in third. They're the biggest story in the NBA that no one's talking about this year. Every other, like, if you look in the starting, conference, Eastern and Western, there's no really surprises from 1 to 10 in the East. But as soon as you look to the West, it just looks different because we're not used to seeing Warriors and Blazers and Lakers and Jazz and Suns, Mavericks being all fifth and lower. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a new wave now of the Nuggets and Grizzlies showing their dominance, but fucking Kings in third, get the fuck out of here. I don't know if they can keep it up, but I was talking to Preston about it. I was like, you need to watch a Kings game. I was like, this is kind of crazy. I know he does a lot of betting, but they're 3 games above 500 on the road, and that's the big reason why they're 8 games up, because they actually have a good home and away record. They're 16-11 and 13-10 compared to the Nuggets being 12-12 on the road, and then the Grizzlies are fucking horrible, 11-16. So, and it kind of trickles down a lot. I mean, the Blazers suck. We're 11-15. I mean, it really does take a special team to be 500 or being above 500. And the Kings actually, surprisingly, have the best record away in the Western Conference. 3 games up. So I guess that's all. See, you just got to read, pay attention, and then you can figure out, the explanation right there. Why are they third? Oh, they have the best road record in the Western Conference. Makes sense. But you have to look at those numbers. That's why I'm like an analytical guy. I'm always looking at all the standings and looking at, those second records. And the reason that Boston is obviously so good, and you have way more East teams that are above 500 on the road. There's a little bit more. I think the Eastern Conference are not really as good overall as a conference, but 17-9 on the road for the Celtics. So that's a recipe to win the championship. But we'll see. Yeah, well, but you can't complain too much. Fucking A, dude, you're in second. And as long as Giannis, if you're a fan, like you can bitch about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers or maybe Wisconsin or some of the other sports. If you live as a Wisconsin sports fan, you're going to have a lot of heartache and pain, right? But as long as the Bucks are there, they have already won the championship. And as long as Giannis is there, they're always going to be considered a top 2 option. There's going to be other teams like the Celtics and maybe one year the Sixers or someone, starts developing and they get up there. But as long as he's considered a top 2 or 3 player in the world, then he's probably going to still be in the mix in the Eastern Conference. So I don't know. We have cap issues. So with the cap and, being able to afford everyone, I don't know. Like I said, I've been following this team since 85, but we don't play defense. We don't really have a shot to really make a move. So I don't really think a lot of us, if you know the game, it's like we're not really a contender. And Dame would rather do it and be loyal than just hop to a team and win a championship. He'd try to win it here, but I do like Jeremy Grant. I do like Anthony and Dame, but we need more. We need a hell of a lot more, but I don't think anyone wants to come, here to Oregon, though, because a lot of these NBA players, they want to party. They want to be able to have more of a nightlife and whatnot. And it's very beautiful here. If you're an outdoorsy kind of person, if you like to be able to, go to the mountain, or if you want to go to the coast and you want to hit the Pacific Ocean, or, Ducks and Beaver games aren't too far either, about an hour and a half away. There's always something to do, but a lot of these NBA players, they want that nightlife. And, if they have a choice to go to like Miami or LA, they're going to go there. 76-61 Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. But a lot of us Blazer fans, we got to the finals, we got swept a few years ago because we had a really good bench. We had a really good squad with depth, but a lot of us know that unless we have a team like with Porter, Clyde, Jerome, Buck Williams, Kevin Duckworth, Cliff Robinson, or a team that we had in the early 2000s with like Rasheed and Damon Stoudemire and Steve Smith and Scottie Pippen, and if we have Arvydas Sabonis and Brian Grant, like if we have a solid squad like that with all these like vets, Detlef Schrempf, then we know, we're going to be able to compete. But if it doesn't look like that, then we already know we have no fucking chance to be able to win anything. So I think a lot of times, we already have seen the greatness. And of course, we'd love to be able to get into the playoffs and whatnot. But as a real Blazer fan and being realistic, it's pretty bleak. The Mariners probably have a better shot winning the World Series in the next 20 years with Julio than the Blazers do with Dame, unless we get an all-star player like a Kevin Durant, a big name guy to come to Portland to give us another, guy to play with Dame that could gel, but Ryan in the building, what to do? 77-61 Clippers. Yeah, Norman Powell, I had him on the Blazers there last year for a little bit. He's very underrated. Paul George and Kawhi out there, and you guys are on a 5-game win streak, up by 12. Milwaukee roared back. You guys just went fucking wild and crazy here in the third, and now you guys are up by 16. But the Bucks are going to have a little bit of a run, but we'll see if they are able to come back. Connaughton for 3, the former Blazer, in and out. But you guys are definitely not intimidated by the Bucks. If you're one of the top 4 seeds in the East and West, I think really the only intimidating team is Boston, really. And then I think on the Western Conference, the only one is Denver. It's only one in each. You feel that you can compete with the Grizzlies and the Bucks, and I feel all the other teams below them. They're good teams, but there's some weaknesses there. They're not as good as the top teams at the moment, but that could change, after the All-Star break. The Bucks issue to me is they need to be a little bit more well-rounded. You need to be able to get the ball into other people's hands besides Giannis. They live and die with Giannis. Too much isolation. So 79-63 Clippers. Marcus Morris, 16 points, 9 this quarter. Connaughton for 3. Short, but gets his own rebound, stolen by Paul George. To Kawhi for 3. In and out. Zubats.
Was there for an offensive rebound. Grayson Allen is going to pick up the foul. 4th foul on Allen. Drew Holiday with 4 fouls. Before the game, Drew Holiday. How about you see the puppy yet? So instead of
Did you guys hear about the Joe Mixon story? It's kind of interesting. There'll be more information. I want to wait for more information to kind of come out with that, but
It's the longest span of time between all-star appearances. And congratulations to Drew Holiday.
80-63 Clippers.
Carrying him when Giannis and Middleton were out.
Absolutely. And he's always been on the cusp.
All right.
He's probably been within a spot or two of getting in.
81-63. What did the East-West Shrine guy, did it end? Let me go click. I think it's got to be over by now. Did it end? Yeah, it's over. What was the final score in that one? Was it 9-3? East-West? Anyone know the score of the game? What the final was? 9-3 or something higher than that? 81-63 Clippers, 4:04 left in the third quarter. See if we can get Milwaukee on a little bit of a run to make this a little bit more exciting for the fourth. Clippers are not intimidated, and they got some nice players there. But I don't like the load management. It's like soft, man. That's why the NBA is so soft now. Load management. We didn't have no fucking load management in the 80s and 90s. Guy had like a dislocated shoulder. Get the fuck out there. Yeah, all right, man. I will. Connaughton with the loose ball. Down by 18. He's got to get on a little bit of a run here. But you got to have a quality basket. And when Giannis isn't in the game, everyone's running around with their head cut off. There's no direction. So I see why they do the isolation with Giannis, but it's like you got to have Giannis and Middleton out there together. And it's just too much one-on-one ball. You know what I mean? If you watch a lot of basketball, you know what I mean. Oh, that's good.
Started with the Bucks at 4.5. Right now, the Clippers in the driver's seat.
Still haven't hired anyone yet. You're like, at some point they will. So I'm still digging this photo right here. Incredible. So pretty good in this one too. Woo, Kobe. Nice layup by the Bucks. Giannis trying to get a breather. He's like, God damn, we are getting our ass kicked. Yeah. Drew Holiday 1 for 9. That doesn't help. It's like you need Drew Holiday to give you like 18. You need fucking Middleton to give you 18. Giannis 30 plus, and then you got to hope that you get Connaughton with like maybe a 15. You know, it's like a lot of these guys need to be hitting numbers. They don't match up as well to Boston as I think that maybe they think they do, but we'll find out. But I don't even see that would if they played each other. I don't even think it would go 7 games. I think Boston would probably be able to beat them in 6. Like you get Milwaukee would probably win 2, but unless Middleton, you know, has like a 40 or a 50-point game, I don't know. I don't know if I see it. But again, we got a long ways until now in the after the All-Star break to be able to see who can stay healthy. LaMarcus Aldridge and rookie Lillard, what if? Or Greg Oden, if that would have panned out. That was stupid. We could have had Michael Jordan. We could have had Greg Oden, but we were dumb. You know, you don't draft based off position. You draft talent. And we could have had Michael Jordan and Clyde, and we could have had Brandon Roy and LaMarcus, and could have had something special there. I mean, Kevin Durant. I mean, we wouldn't have had Durant past the rookie deal, but just 4 years of Durant, we probably would have been able to make at least one Western Conference final. Or if Brandon Roy's knee cartilage didn't fucking explode and Greg Oden wasn't a fucking bust, then we could have had Roy, Aldridge, Oden. We probably would have made 1 or 2 NBA finals, and maybe if we were lucky, maybe would have won 1. Maybe, you know, but if everyone was in their prime and they played like up to their potential, if Oden was the next Shaq, and then Roy was like one of the up and coming, shooting guards. Kobe was great at that time, but Brandon was very special. It's like rookie of the year, all-star, and then went to the T-Wolves, and then knee fucking exploded, and then couldn't play anymore. So what if, man? Yeah, but it's all right. It's life of being a fan, But yeah, the Joe Mixon stuff is crazy, but we'll have to kind of wait and see. Still, like, remember with the Alvin Kamara thing where they beat down the guy in the elevator and then they still had him play. So sometimes you can have these like legal things, but they have so much money that the lawyers can push the shit out. I mean, just depending on how serious the crime is, where if you have a good enough lawyer where they can like lawyer up and like, okay, can we just fucking do this later? And then they push it out and they're like, all right. But anytime it ends up being like domestic abuse or ends up being some abuse shit, it's like, oh man, that's not a good look. Not a good look. Upcoming national TV schedule. Suns, Celtics, Lakers, Pelicans. That could be interesting. And then Mavericks and Warriors. Ooh. Mavericks Warriors sounds hella good. Luka, Steph Curry. Yeah, sign me up. But I want to see Draymond and Clay out there too, though. All right, here we go. 86-71. Let's see if Milwaukee can get a little run. 1:20 left in the third. I need to sub fucking Giannis in. There he is. I was about to say they're just running around with their heads cut off. No direction. Everyone wants to be the guy. It's like you get all the players that never get to touch the ball and everyone just gets super excited. It's like back when you used to play like in 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. You always had that fucking kid that was a ball hog, or you play at recess. You always had the fucking guy that never would pass it to anybody or to only pass to his friends. I remember when I used to play when I was growing up, I would always pick the kids that never, I would be like the athletes, like the star players, and I would pick skaters and like emo people and people that weren't like really sport people, like skateboarders and stuff. I'm like, play on my team. And a lot of times we would beat them and they would get so pissed. Shows you, man, you give a skater a little confidence, even if they don't really play basketball in the regular, you make them believe in themselves, you can end up balling out. But I had a lot of good memories with, you got all the guys that are like on the A1 team and they're all, feeling special. They're on the select team and whatnot. Then there's me with a bunch of skaters and people that don't play ball on a regular basis, just beating the shit out of them. Good feeling. 86-74 Clippers. 42 seconds left in the third quarter. 3 on the shot clock. Shoot it, motherfucker. In and out for 3. Zubats with the board to Nicolas Batum, the former Blazer. Norman Powell, I like him. And 1 in and out. Yeah, I think they'll get on a little run. They're only down by 12. I mean, as long as it's not like a 20-point lead, as long as it's 12 or less, then the run can be very quickly. It won't take too long. Fucking missed the free throw. Norman Powell.
3-point shooter, 11th in the league at almost 43%. But the Bucks have this back to 12.
I wish we would have kept Norman Powell on the Blazers when we had him. I really thought he was like, oh, this could be a piece, a really good, solid piece. And now you're seeing he's a really good third option. You got Kawhi, you got Paul George, but Norman Powell's a guy that can give you 15 to 25 points. He's like the no-name guy that no one even knows. He goes out there and he just balls all the time. Giannis for 3. Now they're down by 10. Nice run. Here we go. Love the jerseys for the Bucks. Reminds me of Ray Allen in the 90s. 12-3 run in the last 2:06. Shot clock at 10. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Clippers up 87-77. Norman Powell at the top of the key. Pick and roll for 3. In and out. Rebound. Out of bounds to Milwaukee. They got 5 seconds left, and they can they hit a 3. They're only down by 7. Let's see if they get this here with Giannis. 10-point game. Giannis picks it up at half court. Deep 3. Oh, in and out. No good, but foul. There we go. Nice. Bucks are going to the free throw line. End of the third quarter. No. We got to wait. We're going to get some free throws, baby. Nicolas Batum, Wes Matthews. Yeah. I mean, we knew what they were. I mean, as Blazer fans, I mean, we root for guys once they leave us. You know what I mean? A lot of times, especially if they were a fan favorite. but it just was the right time. You could just kind of tell if a career of a player is peaking, and then you just want to make sure, you get good trade value, and sometimes you got to move on from a guy, and, they'll have to try to find their way. And then Wes went to like Dallas, and it seems like he found a little bit of a home there. Oh, my boy. Oh, thank you, bro. Bro, it's been really rough thank God for you and what you did last month. That really saved me, because if we didn't get that, it would have been one of the definitely lowest months that I've had, since going full time. But you never know when Shep will try to come in and show a little bit of love. And like I said, sometimes when you end up having those streams, when you go for 4 or 5 hours, and maybe you're not at goal, maybe you don't even get halfway to goal, maybe not even halfway. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. $100 dono for my boy Shepard Williams. $1,300 dono record from Shepard last month. What a guy. How are you, man? I appreciate you, man. Like I said, I'm always trying to kind of show people that I have a lot more underneath. Okay. If I really got to a point, if I could get, a different platform, if I was going to do something else, I definitely could do scoreboard and really go after it, like literally play for play, like I do NFL. But, shot is no good. 87-78 Clippers. But I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, dude. Now, yesterday was really rough. We barely had any people. So I figured the more games that I can associate to the stream, the better, because then you guys might get newbies and you might get other people that'll just show up. I was going to do a little bit of the East-West Shrine game, but it was like 3-3 in the third quarter. I was like, nope. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. Cactus Jack. $100 dono. Shepard Williams, my boy. What do you want to see for a photo? You want some NBA photos of your favorite players? You got something that you want me to be able to throw up? I appreciate you, man. Yeah. Especially when we get like half to the goal, or, or anytime that we have something where we're at like, 10 to 30. Yeah, it's a little rough. But usually I know when we have one bad stream, we usually have a GOAT come through and make up for it. But I know you've been working like a motherfucker, man. But thank you so much for what you did last month. I still have some of that. So it's not like I spent all of it, blew it on stuff. I've been really trying to make sure that bills and food and Paisley and, that we switched to the adult dog food. Now that's more expensive. And it's really helped out, man. Like I said, because as far as the numbers that we got normally, besides you, we're really, really low. And so with what you did, combining it together actually ended up making it kind of like when we were peaking, when we were having our good months a few months back. But thank you so much, man. Without that, things would be, and I'm having my rent go up and stuff too. It's going to be probably like $120 more. So like 60 more each that we got to pay, and everything is going up and whatnot. But, yeah, but like I said, I know as long as I keep grinding it out, we're going to get blessings from people like you. And I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you, dude. Oh, stop. You didn't do that too, did you? Shepard's doing the double combo. He's doing it like Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, Shepard Williams, Xavier Williams, Shepard Williams. Oh, my guy. You're crazy, dude. Oh, man. Oh, you didn't, dude. Thank you so much, dude. And like I said, things have been kind of rough. I have to be a little bit more strategic, about everything and stuff. Like I like doing the freestyle streams, but sometimes when we do the freestyle streams, we don't get a lot of people that show up. Like sometimes you feel that you're going to get, a certain amount, 5, 10, 15, 20, but then sometimes you're sitting there and you're going like an hour and there's only like a few people, and like you're just waiting for those other people to possibly show up. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But then if I can associate it to a game, I know that we'll more than likely have a little bit more of a spike of things. And we're still going to talk about, food and other things. And I thought this would be a good time for me to watch Giannis and Kawhi. I was like, Paul George, fuck it. It's either this or the East-West Shrine game. And dude, thank you. Yeah. And plus, Holly's going through it right now with the job. And, obviously some of the other GOATs, you and Cyber, have really held it down. Holly's held it down from day one, has, some things that she'll take care of. And we want to make sure that she's okay. But it's just nice to be able to have a few people. Like we have about 5, 6, 7 goats. Not all of them are going to be able to help at the same time for the heavy hitters, but you and Cyber definitely have helped. And oh my gosh, you are an animal, man. And like I said, your mental health and your work ethic. I mean, you're like the Kobe Bryant of airport workery. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like to do all the airport grind and to do all that and to be able to, have to do all that work and work with all those people and go from airport to airport. I mean, you're a lot more mentally strong of a person than I think you realize. You know what I mean? And I really do appreciate that you appreciate me. You realize how hard this fucking job is and how much work has been put in from the point where I started to where I'm at now. And, the world needs more of you, man. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you, dude. So Shep's like, not only do I do a hundo here, I want to make sure my boy is good right now. Thank you, dude.
You've got to get everyone back, and you've got to build a wall around him.
My boy.
The Clippers did a great job of that early in the game, but they've been loose in their transition.
I appreciate you. My dude. Thank you. You're so generous, man. And like I said, everyone is going to have a different opportunity to, make money and, have, an opportunity to be able to use that hard earned, money for whatever you want. I just really, really thank you because like I said, it's one thing when everything is, going great from so many directions. Sometimes maybe you don't need it as much. It's just like, you're working hard and you're going to reap the benefits. And sometimes you're going to have stuff where days are bad, right? But when the things are piling up and, you can't have too many streams when you're sitting at, maybe like $20, you know what I mean? Like mentally it's not good. And then you just have to keep grinding and then know that, things are going to come through. And I appreciate you, man. Shepard Williams, not only does he do a hundo here, he does another one. Hundo here, a hundo there, a hundo everywhere. My boy, stacks on stacks, $100 dono from my boy, making it 2. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. Thank you, dude. Yeah. Appreciate you very, very much. I mean, I'm always trying to take care of everyone here in the household, you guys, and everything is going up. I don't really buy anything for myself. Like I actually refused. I didn't refuse. Not too far, maybe 45 minutes, probably 30 to 45 minutes. Because I know Big Jim Cruz is coming into town 3 days from now, and he's coming in at the airport, and I think he wants to link up for like a burger or a beer. I don't know if he's got a rental car or what's going to happen and, what the situation is. But depending on where he can meet me, I might be able to meet him if he's got a rental car. But, yeah, I'm not too far from the Portland airport. I can even actually take the Max there where they have like a bus and then they have like a train. So it's like I can go to like a spot where I go from a bus stop and then if I needed to, and then there's a train and the train takes you all the way to the Portland airport. Because I did that when I met up with Preston when I went to the Mariners game. Thank you, man. I appreciate you so much tremendously. You are a goat. Thank you, man. So generous. And like I said, it's been a little rough, you know what I mean? It hasn't, like I said, every day is a different day. You realize that, but at least baseball is coming. NASCAR is coming. We'll still do a little bit of NBA. We'll do some March Madness. I just got to be able to keep busy. Appreciate you, Shep. What do you want to see, bro? You got any photos of anything? We threw up some old school stuff, while we were watching the game and whatnot. 91-85 Clippers. But I figured you were working like an animal because if you're not in here, dude, you are? Bro, that would be so sweet. Heck yeah. Ooh. Heck yeah. Dude, that'll be sweet. Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah. That'd be dope. Yeah, I'm not too far. So like I said, if we want to meet in the middle somewhere or figure it out or whatever, but if you're going to be here for a week, you can do your own thing, for like a couple days, we can hang out for like a day. Like you could do your own thing for a day. Then the next day, maybe we hang out or something, but yeah, we'll definitely have to try to hang out for at least a few of those days. I mean, definitely if you want to sightsee and do some stuff, but yeah, that would be awesome, bro. Dude, it would be awesome. Heck yeah. I'm totally down. And you can go anywhere. That means a lot, bro. But I think also, it'd be something that, I am going to try to meet up with, a few of the people. I mean, this is something I'm not going to ever stop doing, and you got to make sure you have an opportunity if you work for an airline and they're going to be able to do something like that. I mean, you could go to Paradise, you know what I mean? And I know Portland, Oregon, maybe not Paradise, but there's places here that are just amazing, man. I mean, even going to like the coast, like if you go to the coast from here, if we go to like Lincoln City and you come from the airport and you come from here and we drive from here, like my place to the beach, dude, if the food, it'd just be a cool place. Like Moe's would be a place for you would remember. That would be like we could eat and yeah. I mean, they got the outlet mall here over there too. So if you wanted to pick up a hoodie or something, and they got all kinds of stores like on the little like boardwalk area and stuff. It's a dope vibe, man. Lots of people like will come party or bring friends and just chill, and you'll see families and stuff, sightseeing and stuff. But Lincoln City is almost like a regular like suburb town. They got like a Safeway there, McDonald's, and then you just go deeper into the city, and then you'll find the roads that lead to the properties or the beach or the places where you'll stay or the restaurants. Food is it's awesome, but I don't really know what you have planned. But bro, if you're gonna come here, like got to be able to maybe make a little bit of a drive and actually go and like explore a little bit. You're not gonna go too far, but if you make a trip to do something like that, to see the Pacific Ocean, and especially if it's only a couple hours away from me, to do that. So a little bit of a drive. It's not even that bad of a drive. And when you are on the way back from the drive, it's so easy, dude. It's like you go there, it's like maybe 2-hour drive and you're anticipating, but when you're on the way back, the way that Lincoln City is, it's like you hop onto the roads that lead you back, like onto the freeway, like immediately. So it's like you're starting to see like the trees and the roads, and then you're already going. And then it seems like when you go back from something, it's much faster. And it seems like, oh, you're only on the road for like hour and a half. You can always pull over, take a break. And yeah, but there's a lot of cool places. You can always go Blazer game, go eat some food, see if there's anyone performing, comics or artist, depending on what your money situation is like, just hanging out with your boy. Yeah, dude, that would be awesome. I'm totally down. Do you know when that you're going to be able to do that? Okay. Heck yeah, that's dope. Dude, you are a machine. You just got to make sure you don't get burnt out. Yeah. Well, shit, if you're in town and it's only going to be, I mean, I can cater to that. I mean, if I got to miss a couple days of stream, I think people are going to understand, I can always post, and, we'll figure it out, so yeah, I mean, shit, you'd even come over here and we could hop on together, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it just depends on where you're going to be staying at, and, you driving, and just making sure that, we're making sure that you get back in time with all your deadlines. But if you're going to have a fucking week, there's plenty of time for us to kind of explore and go do some stuff and go chill and stuff. But I think definitely going, if you like seafood and you want to be able to see, the Pacific Ocean and that vibe, it's definitely worth it. Like, usually I'll tell people, depending on the time of year, obviously it's, even if it's like a rainy or like a little bit gloomy, for me, I don't give no fucks about that. I mean, like I said, I've already gone through good weather, bad weather. If you get to go to the beach, you fucking are like, your soul is cured. Like, you just hearing the waves, seeing the people, the locals, and just, being able to have some lobster or crab, and you're seeing some good views. And they got an arcade there too. That's dope. Like, I mean, they got plenty of stuff there to have a good time with some homies and whatnot. So there we go, dude. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, but I don't live in Portland. And the stuff that you see in Portland on TV, I mean, of course, you're going to have like bums and homeless people, and you're going to have like crazy stuff that goes on in any major city and stuff, It's just that they have like the Antifa, and like they had a lot of the rioting shit that happened, but you're going to have riot shit happen everywhere in the United States. Yeah, but there's some places in Portland that aren't that bad, but I don't go there that often unless I go to Moda to go see the Blazers. So, damn, yeah, you need to get some rest, bro. A week of vacation. Heck yeah. What would what airport is close to me? I mean, we have like a Hillsborough airport and the Portland airport. I think both of them are going to be at least like 30 to 40 minutes away. It just depends on each direction. So it just depends, where you go. But if you got a rental car, and I guess it just depended on where you wanted to stay. If you wanted to stay close to the airport and then just get a rental car or whatever, and then figure something out like that. So. I mean, there's a, I don't know if we really are known for like steak stuff. For us, like we have a lot of variety because we have a lot of food carts and stuff here, like not only downtown, but Beaverton. And there's really all kinds of foods and all kind of ethnicities that are here. That's why the food game is pretty strong here. Because you'll get Asian food, you'll get Mexican food, you'll get Indian food, you'll get burgers, you'll get pizza. I mean, you really get a little bit of everything. And a lot of people come from other places, other cities, and other states, and they'll bring their brand, and then they'll try to make a living out here in the Northwest and whatnot. So that's one thing about us. I'm not really sure if we're really known for specific steak stuff, but if there is, there'll probably be some fancy places in Portland that you'll have to probably pay a shitload for. All right, let's get some photos for you here, Shep. Heck yeah, but what would you want to do? I mean, we can hang out and stuff, but what would ideally you would want to do? What would be like, eat, like relax, maybe watch some sports or whatever, like chill, play some cards or whatever. Like, I'm not really sure, go to arcade. If we ended up going to downtown, we can go to Ground Control, and that's that 2-level arcade that's got the old school games, the pinball, the new stuff. I think you would love it there. And then they got a pizza joint right there, like right a few things down. And then they got the donut place, the Voodoo and stuff. So like you can kind of go in that little general direction. And that's usually what I do with my boy Justin when we, go there to go, see a Blazer game or before or after. But I think in going to the beach, Lincoln City would be the closest city to go to. On the beach, there's ones that go further, but who the hell wants to drive for 3 or 4 hours when we can drive an hour and a half to 2 hours and it's perfect. It's, it's like even more like shopping center kind of area. And then you get the Pacific Ocean. It's like, kind of like a suburb type city, kind of like a Beaverton. It looks like it and it feels like it. It's kind of cool. And then you can go deeper and some of the places will look a little bit more worn down, like the old school cities that have, have the old school businesses and whatnot that haven't been refurbished maybe as much. But definitely going to the beach if you were down for like the food and stuff, because like I said, you can get some really good food down there. That would be good. But it totally depends on, I guess, what you would want to do down there. Yeah, arcade, you would be fun. I think you would like that too. Heck yeah. Because I feel like arcade, good views visually, and stuff for all the hard work that you're doing. Water's always good, and not being too far away, it's worth it. If I live too far away and we weren't close to water, then it's not going to happen. But anytime you can get the good views, I feel Seattle or the Oregon coast, it's so worth it. And then arcade stuff, I'm always down for that. NBA Hang Time, Blitz, playing some fucking Turtles. I mean, usually I go there with my boy Justin. He's usually pretty busy and whatnot, but yeah, he would probably be down too. So, all right, let's get some photos for you, bro. 98-94 Clippers. Milwaukee's only down by 4 now. Celtics, Falcons, and Bulldogs. In and out, 98-94. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Milwaukee with a run. Yeah, this might be Boston's year to win it all. They lost last year, but they're not going against the same type of teams. I mean, the biggest threat will be Milwaukee, but I think in a 7-game series, Boston could beat Milwaukee in 6.
Maybe the best perimeter defender in the NBA in Bryant. When does he go on to Antetokounmpo and take that challenge?
Great question. How about Zubac? Turnaround jump hook. Giannis going to fire a 3.
Giannis for 3. Milwaukee down by 1. Ooh, baby. 1-point game. And Milwaukee's been down by a shitload. Giannis has got 47. I knew I did this game for a reason. Norman Powell for 3. Bang. Big 3. 103.99. How long? Hey, there we go. That would be cool, dude. Fuck yeah, man. 103.99. How long do you have to stay here, Shep? Do you got a few minutes or do you got to go? Like, how much time do I got with you before you got to dip? Because I know my girlfriend's daughter doesn't have school tomorrow because it's like the quarter ended. So I don't have to stop at like 10 or 10:30, which would be, 34 minutes or like an hour from now. I could go a little bit longer, but sake bomb. Yeah. I usually won't drink with like too many people, but depending on who I'm with, yeah, I definitely, if it's someone that I like and, I feel that it'll be worth it, to have a good time. Yeah, I definitely will be able to throw a few back. All right, let's get some more photos for you. So we got you the Tatum.
What's in your wallet?
How does Popeye's chicken sandwich get so crunchy, juicy, and tasty? We make everything with love.
I don't know if I'll be able to find Stetson Bennett drunk photo.
Make your taste buds dance for $4.99.
I mean, the post party, like when he was on Good Morning, did Good Morning America when he was all faded or whatever after that. But this is, hold up, let's see.
Get a free storage upgrade when you pre-order at AT&T.
Can we get a puppy, Mom? Girls, pets are a big expense.
Yeah, but I'd be down, man. Like I said, that would be so cool, dude. Like, that'd be good for my mental health. That'd be dope. But he's had a few moments where he's been.
Look what I found.
All right, let's go here, and then let's try to go some Georgia, and then I'll throw some more for you.
With over 20 years of experience, Ramjack sets the industry standard for foundation repair. We manufacture our own steel piling system that lasts longer and drives deeper into load-bearing strata, ensuring a permanent solution for your home's foundation. We are the only foundation repair company in the Pacific Northwest to provide a transferable lifetime warranty backed by a warranty trust. With easy financing available, choose Ramjack.
Maria banks with CCCU. She has cake checking and likes to paint portraits of her friends. And I just like what credit unions stand for. For customer to customized. Bank locally, live simply.
Cool. And then you finally have, how long do you have off? So you've been grinding like every day for like 4 or 5 weeks and whatnot. So you have like a couple days off. How long do you have off right now? You have a few days off? Yeah, make sure you eat good, bro. Make sure you get some good TV in, and you make sure you eat good. But yeah, hang out with me if you can, man. We always enjoy having you in here. It's always when you get certain people in the room, you always know that the energy level is never going to die off. All right, game's almost over. There's last 3:40 to go, and then I'll be able to do more pictures. But since I invested my time, ooh, Giannis with an and one. Zubats is like, what the fuck with that? 105-99. Yeah, that'll be fun, dude. Yeah, it's like I said, Giannis is about to get 50 here. Hold on. 49 points, 20 for 35, 7 for 10 in free throws, 13 boards. Make the free throw, Giannis. 50 burger. Bang. Giannis with 50. Just tonight off. Okay. Well, at least you can you're gonna get. Did you eat already? You're gonna get some food. What do you do? What are you hanging out with me and then you maybe sleep? Sleep might be on the agenda, right? Yeah, I saw that they were on earlier. I didn't watch any of it though, but I saw that Iowa was on, and that reminded me. I was like, oh, I wonder if Sarah watched that. Giannis, fast break. 3-pointer in and out. 105-102 Clippers. 3:12 to go. Giannis with the 50 burger. Yeah, but I think you really would love ground control. We would have to go there. You might actually have to go there more than once. Like you could always, go with me, and then, if you wanted to go again, I would go more than once. Like if you were going to stay for a week, going to a place like that it's so much fun, dude. You just, you'll have a card, $10 or whatever for $20, and then you'll scan the card and then you'll go. But it's a cool place. You can drink there too. So you can go around. They got little cup holders next to the arcade machine. So you got your mixed drink or whatever, or beer, boom. And you just put it in the little holster, and then you just fucking go after it. Play like some X-Men or Turtles. NBA Hang Time, some Blitz. I like playing the racing games like Hydro Thunder. I love that shit. Like the hoverboard type stuff. It's fun. Cruising USA. Giannis and one. Missed. Going to the line. 105-104. The Bucks are slowly starting to come back. Oh, vibe always is good. That's why I just hope that we can always get more people. And, you already know the people that are going to be a little bit more talkative to kind of bring the juice and whatnot. To bring the juice. Yeah. It just sucks now with like COVID and everything else and everything just going up. And I know a lot of us sometimes feel that we're just like one or two things away from bad things happening, of having like a fucking mental breakdown, because all of us are going through different things in life, with our jobs or, family or relationships or mental health. And it's just good to be able to have good people that you can hang out with. It definitely really, really helps. Paisley's helped a bunch, but you guys, it's nice to be able to hang around people that are like-minded, that we can just vibe and spend time to, and it helps, daily for sure. 105-104 Clippers. 2 minutes left. Bucks with a epic comeback. Norman Powell. Where's he at? There's Paul. George for three. In and out. Connington with the rebound. Giannis with the ball. They're down by one with 1:48 to go. Giannis drives, blocked, and fouled. Ghost Adventures, dude. Heck yeah. Have you been watching any Ancient Aliens? They've had like 3 or 4 new episodes in the season. I would recommend that. That is good. The juice. Bring in the juice. Wheezing the juice. Gotta wheeze the juice, dude. Encino Man.
What's happening in the new NBA app? What isn't happening? Watch this. This can't stop. Won't stop. Won't stop.
You have to wheeze the juice. Now I'm going to probably watch this movie now. It's kind of crazy that Brendan Fraser is one of his best performances ever, and he didn't even talk early in the movie. He just like grunted. Wheezing the juice. Oh, back in the old school days, dude. Slurpee machines and all that shit. Ices, 80s and 90s. This would get you kicked out of the store real quick. Another Burger King commercial. How many do I need to listen to? Make me go insane. At BK, have it your way. You rule.
Challenge here for Ty Lue and the Clippers. Josh Tibbett will
On review, the challenge is unsuccessful.
All right, 105, 104. Minute 47 left. Big gulps. My dad used to always be getting the big gulps. And I remember waking up super early, too. We'd be waking up at like 5, 6 a.m. And you go like, exercise, go for a run. But we would always go to Circle K and get like packs of cards and a big gulp. It was like always what me and my dad did. Like, and it was like baseball and then hockey cards, football. Like I was, comics, always something. Good memories. And then, opening up the cards and playing with my wrestling figures and my wrestling ring and watching the cartoons and then going outside and shooting hoops with my dad for like fucking who knows how long. 105, 104 Clippers. And I'll get some more pictures for you, Shep. Oh, what did you have, dude? Let me see. What do you got? Like a panini or something? You got something fire? What do you got? You got to eat. It's called a big hot mess sandwich. Turkey, sharp cheddar, Gouda cheese, lettuce, tomato, bacon. Yeah, I got to have the bacon. Brisket, burnt ends with cheese and pickles and barbecue. That sounds amazing, dude. Let me see. Ooh, that looks good. Heck yeah. I had a sandwich kind of like this. This looks better than probably, but it's like you can either get them from like Panera and other places where they have sandwiches, and they got another spot, Lugano's, that is like kind of a panini style, kind of like with that. And it's so good. Sometimes those hit better than even a burger. Like, no lie. I'm loving that, dude. That looks awesome. Now I'm jealous. Now I want that. 106, 105, Milwaukee. Minute 42 left. What a huge comeback for the Bucks. Holiday in and out. Giannis with the rebound. Giannis. He's already got a 50 burger plus. And one. Nope. Rebound. Fouled. Jump ball. Wow. 106, 105, minute 22. At least this game turned out being good. A sandwich version of the Big A. It looks awesome. Looks tasty. But Big Mac ain't got no fucking burnt ends in there. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna, and it's not gonna have like that turkey and the cheese, and it's like you got to get the right ingredients when you're making kind of like a club sandwich. You get a little bacon in there too. Connington with the rebound. Off the deflection. 117 left in the game in the fourth quarter. 106, 105. Milwaukee. Clippers have been dominating this whole game. This would be a big win for Milwaukee if they have it. I mean, Clippers are on a 5-game win streak. And then as soon as this is done, I got all kinds of pictures for Shep. Shep is the GOAT. Helped us out tremendously tonight. Made up for yesterday, too, because yesterday was pretty rough. I mean, it just sucks, when you just want to be able to grind it out and hang out. But again, you just never know when people are busy or when they're going to show up. So, and you just got to understand that some streams are going to be that way. We're going to have a challenge to see who this was out of bounds on. No. Giannis. 108 left, 11 on the shot clock, backing down, double team, passes it out. Matthews in and out. Rebound by the Clippers. This is big. Clippers need to get Paul George or Kawhi the ball like stat or Norman Powell. PG at the top. See if he gets into isolation mode. 3. Air ball. Stupid. What were you doing there? Oh, I bet. You know what I mean? Like I said, I love me some burgers. I love me some pizza. But every once in a while, when you actually have like a panini style or like a turkey club type, I mean, I don't know. Like sometimes that and just like chips instead of a burger and fry, it just suits you more. It's just better. Oh, Paul George with a steal. I'm jealous right now, bro. Looks so good. Ty Lue with a timeout. 106, 105, Bucks up by 1. Giannis killing the game. Let's look at the box score. He started off really slow. He's at 54 54, 17, and 2. Nice job. Lopez with 6. Holiday with 12. Pat Connaughton, the former Blazer, 8. And then Grayson Allen with 4. Middleton off the bench with 16. They need him to be a little bit more active, but if he's kind of coming off the injury, they got to kind of ease him in. Norman Powell off the bench, 26. Dude, I'm telling you, the guy's a fucking monster. He's leading the team. Kawhi's only has 17. Right, what do we got? We got Morris with 16. Zubats with 12. Paul George with 16. And Mann with 8. Norman Powell fucking getting more points than fucking Kawhi. And Paul George, maybe give him the fucking ball. You know, he might be the third option, but tonight he's number 1, man. Yeah, that was a horrible shot, dude. Ooh, Waffle House sounds good too. Yeah. Well, dude, if you have a choice, I mean, as great it would be to see, maybe you should go home, dude. You know what I mean? See dog, see the family. I mean, like I said, there could be another time maybe that we could link up. But if you want to see me over going home, I'm cool with that. But I mean, maybe going home would suit your soul better. I know you and me would have a great time, and I could show you a good time here with going to the arcade and just like eating good. But maybe for your soul, and you just been working like a fucking animal, maybe putting this with you and me like on a back burner and just on hold for a sec, and maybe you go home. Maybe that'll be better for you, dude. Whatever you decide to do, is totally up to you. But if you haven't been home since June, maybe that would be better for you, bro. Turnover. Rebound by Giannis. And shitty pass as Connaughton slips. And now the Clippers have a chance to take the lead down by 1 with 15.4 seconds left. What a good game. I had a feeling that this would be a one that would be smart to do. 12 seconds left. Bucks up by 1. Kawhi at the top of the key, one-on-one. Isolation. Reach in. No call. Tight defense. 2 seconds. 1 second. Fade away. Air ball. And it's over. And the Bucks win. Wow. What a comeback for Milwaukee. Holy cow. I can't believe Aaron Whitey didn't come in here knowing that I did this game. 54 points and 18 rebounds for Giannis. And they were getting their ass kicked early. They were down by 12 early, made a run back in the second quarter. Then Clippers went up huge. In the third quarter, they were up by like 12 to 15. And, Giannis just was Giannis in the second half. And look at that. Wow. Now they're looking at the replay center. So I guess it's not over just yet. But what a fucking comeback. Holly in the building. How are you? Oh, okay. Okay, good. So at least I want to make sure you go home because obviously seeing family, if you got like brothers, sisters, cousins, your dog, your friends there, I'd love, we'll make time. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you had that lined up too. Because I would hate for you to choose me like over, the fam. The fam is very important too. But I definitely would, it would be awesome. Arcade, that we definitely are going. The donut place, the best donuts in Oregon or the Northwest, got to go there. Definitely got to go get wings and pizza at the spot by the arcade, and then got to go to the arcade. We could stay in the arcade for like 4 or 5 hours, and it won't even feel like anything. Like it's just crazy. Like time will fly because we can just go in there and try to beat the games and whatnot. So, yeah. But also Giannis was Giannis today. So, wow. How are you, Holly? Glad that you're here. That was a hell of a good game.
He got cooking in the second half, but it was Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. 54 points, more than Leonard, George, and Morris combined, and his third 50-plus point game in the calendar month.
54 points and 18 rebounds for Giannis. Nice job. 106-105. Bucks win. Giannis 54 and 18. Woo! Okay. I don't do NBA too often, but East-West Shrine game was absolutely terrible. So I had to do something, and I felt that was a good choice. How are you? Hopefully you're doing a little bit better today. Anything I can do photo-wise for you? I got some photos for Shepard I'm going to throw up here. Nice job, Giannis. I got the interview with Giannis now.
We take time to get one stop at a time. Offensively, we kept moving the ball, finding one another, trying to make open shots. But at the end of the day, we kept.
Heck yeah. 54 and 19. They updated the rebound. Heck yeah. Give them another board. Almost 20 rebounds. Okay. Nice job. Extremely nervous. Nice job, brother. I'm gonna get you a couple. I'll get you a couple Falcons photos. We'll get Holly some photos too. Anything that you guys want to see? I mean, now the game is over, and my girlfriend's daughter doesn't have school tomorrow. It's the end of the quarter, so there's no school. So I don't really have a time limit of when I need to stop. So I mean, essentially, normally I'd have to stop within probably 15 to 45 minutes, but now I can go for another hour and 10 minutes if needed, or even longer, just depending on what we're talking about and where we're at and whatnot. But
Are you focusing on making sure you draft Drew Holiday on your all-star team?
Yes, I'm extremely happy for Drew. I can't wait to go to Utah and have Drew with me. He totally deserves him being an all-star. It's exciting. I'm happy for him and his family.
You hesitated there. Are you making promises?
I'm definitely going to draft him, but I cannot reveal my game plan. That's why
Giannis.
LeBron James is watching right now. So
He said LeBron James is watching.
Okay, no scouting reports given away. Giannis, great game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
One of the greatest. Yeah.
Nice game.
He started making MVP case for himself.
No, absolutely. He's in the MVP race.
Also has most valuable perspective. Giannis Antetokounmpo goes for
54. I thought I was all blessing a Dame get 60 in person. Nice job.
TNT crew for Stan and Jared. Bryant Anderson saying so long from Milwaukee. Now to Ernie Johnson in Atlanta.
All right. Ernie Johnson is back. Okay. Well, I'll watch Ernie here with these three. Since he's back, I'll watch that for a little bit. Normally after the game is over, I just turn it off, but I'll listen to their little breakdown for a few minutes here. Oh, me too. Me too, bro. Yeah, dude. Like I said, this could be the championship year. You definitely, I think right now Boston is the best, but you got Milwaukee, you got Denver, you got the Grizzlies, but Grizzlies dropped 2 to the Blazers and the Cavs, but they're beatable. But this might be the year where those are the teams that go the deepest. It's on right now. Heck yeah. Tell Candace I said hi. All right.
Get a free Google Pixel 7 Pro when you trade in any Pixel phone, any year, any condition.
One day you might realize going to grandma's doesn't count as vacation.
Let me see what's on. I got to use my time wisely. There's got to be something better on than that. All right, what do I got? We got Top Gun, then the Forrest Gump. Ooh. We got World of X Games Anthology from 2021. We got Kraken, college basketball, MLB. What about NFL Total Access? Let's go there. All right, I'm going to go Total Access. I'll always watch cartoons, but I'll watch that afterwards. What do we got? Law and Order. Ooh, Swamp People. Ooh, shit. Swamp People, The Simpsons, King of the Hill, West 12, East 3. Terrible. What channel is the Ghost Adventures on? Is that on like Sci-Fi Network? I'm gonna find it. Maybe I'll watch the same program as you, bro. Hold on. BattleBots. Ooh, Port Protection is on. I like Port Protection. Port Protection is good. That's like Alaska stuff. That and like Life Below Zero is always good. All right, I think I might watch Port Protection. I like seeing nature stuff outside and snow and people out there. And then we got swamp people. Okay, hell yeah, I got that to watch. All right. We got Food Network. Oh, here we go. Sci-Fi, Travel Channel, Ghost Adventures, and then the Cecil Hotel. All right, I'll watch what you watch. I can watch another one later. All right. All right, I'm watching it with you, bro. Let's go. Yeah, I'm watching it right now. They're like in the dark right now.
What is that on the stairs?
The equipment that people have is just crazy now.
I don't know why that photo didn't come out. That
Anything specifically you want to see, Holly?
that was not gushing like that. Oh God! Hey, the door just shut. So just slam on that. The door just shut. That darkness just swirled around me. That's how the door. I swear to God. Someone who was the door just slammed shut. Oh my God! Look! Oh my God! Holy! We had to have got that on camera. Wait a second.
Oh, snap.
Things started happening.
Snizzap. Yeah, but you got to watch the Ancient Aliens, dude. They've had some pretty good episodes here. I'll go back, and then I got to go back to, where is it? I got to go back to my show. I got Swamp People. I love me some Swamp People, but Port Protection. Nat Geo is the shit, man. I love me some National Geographic Channel, man.
We all have something we love. A passion.
Tatum, Giannis, Jokic. Yes.
Sports.
Luka can get some help.
But here's the thing. If you follow wherever it takes you, you'll always find
Hell yeah. I love it. I've been watching the episodes like nonstop. It's like Simpsons and King of the Hill. I usually watch like 2 hours or more of each show every day. Like it's a part of my routine. No, really? That's crazy. Let me throw up some I'll throw up some corgi for Holly and maybe some penguins, and then anything else you want to see, Shep, with your donos now? We're just kind of all chilling right now. You're eating and you're watching TV, you're chilling, you're hanging out with us. I already took Paisley for an hour walk, so. But I think starting the streams later is better. I think doing 7 p.m. is better than 6 p.m. unless it's like an event, then we'll start it. But
order sandwiches on rewards right now. Jimmy's Giants in the phones.
yeah. Well, I think race aside, I think anytime if you go somewhere and you hear something or you feel like a touch, I think I think it don't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Mexican, or anything in between. If you have the ghost shit happening, I mean, definitely it'll freak you out no matter what. But I bet, dude. What state is that in? I'm not too familiar with all the details of this place. If you want to elaborate a little bit, like what state that's in and what the story is behind it. He's I'm not going back, he says. He's like, fuck that.
To learn more, visit treat10.com. That's treat.com.
Emo has been about 10 times.
Maybe a little more, 10 to 15 maybe.
Yeah, but I'm always going to go History, Discovery, Nat Geo. Those are like the first places I go, besides Simpsons and King of the Hill. Those might be the first, and then I go there right after. I'm like, all right, I need some good mental health, and I know I'm going to see some cool stuff if I. Okay, let's do that. Good one. Good choice. Love that. I love that era.
Yeah, we wanted to go over that.
Especially before they came to WWF. Like people don't realize like how popular and like how amazing it was back then.
This is a little 10-ounce fishing weight to make sure your fishing gear will drop down to the bottom. I'm going to just repurpose it and use it as a counterweight so when I throw this wire up in the air.
And then they had the kind of camouflage look, but they had more like the Dudley Boys with like the kind of the tie-dye shirts that they used to wear in ECW. Let's see if I can just find some Dudleyville. See if I can find some of these interesting ones. Some will have probably overalls, some may not. Let me see there what they got going on here.
The rest of the trail's a breeze compared to the blowdown, so very exciting.
I'm glad Veronica asked me to help with this. It's really exciting to see somebody new here that really wants to take initiative. She's a real go-getter. You can definitely see Litzy and Veronica.
That's good.
And it's nice, you know, when Veronica laughs, I can hear Litzy laugh.
You there?
Yeah, I copy.
Well, I got her all spliced. I was curious to know if you'd want to give it a juice test.
You know, we were right on the same page. I was just fixing to do that as soon as he gave me the word. So, guess here it goes.
Feel free to leave the mic open so I can hear.
There's got to be a better way to do this. Cool.
Las Vegas.
The blue and the orange.
Heck yeah.
Yes, I surely did. Yeah, it was hot. It's got a lot more bite in it than a 9-volt battery, I tell you what.
This one's called Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten versus the Dudleys in '99. This is the type of shit that I always look for, the old stuff. I still got fucking VHSs and shit of this. DVDs. I got like 6 to 7, 8, 9 ECW DVDs. This is when wrestling was at its peak. Like you had the big wrestlers in WWF and WCW, and these were all the lower name guys. But if you actually wanted entertainment for wrestling, you know, RVD, Sabu, Dudley's, Taz. I mean, there was nothing. Bam Bam Bigelow. It was the best, dude. As far as the craziness, chairs, and the hardcore wrestling. I mean, WCW and WWF could not even compete based off the hardcore entertainment value. That's why sometimes ECW is like my favorite. Like, just I saw things there that I never saw before. It's like punch kick, DDT, you know, body slam pin. That's WWF. And then WCW got a little bit better with like cruiserweight, you know, division, Juventud Guerrero, Hoovy Jews, Psychosis, you know, La Parca, and seeing you know that Lucha Libres and whatnot. You know, Eddie and Chavo and everything. But yeah, the franchise. Shane Douglas, come on, man. I'm a huge fan of ECW. So I got touch and heard a voice in this room called the Devil's Rocking Chair. What kind of voice? What did you hear? Did you actually hear the words that was said, or was it just like very faint?
I'm feeling much less like a guest and more like a resident.
It's nice seeing some of the kids come back and move into this neck of the woods. Bullseye. I'm going to do the best job I can to pass the torch to him. You know, teach him as much as I can. I feel confident that if we do run into an eligible bear, we will bring him home, hopefully.
The franchise with Francine.
That's how you do.
The good old days.
Get over here.
Okay.
Keep your eyes down. Come over here.
Oh my God.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Ta-da!
Oh, I bet. Well, anytime like that, you don't want to be in the dark, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, even if you're not necessarily like afraid of the darkness, sometimes it's, you get creeped out a little bit and you just want to, have lights on or have the TV on. Fucking, I don't blame you, bro.
And now, a first look at the next episode of Port Protection, Alaska.
I can't stop looking at it.
Oh my god. This is a huge,
Oh, it's a beast.
I figured it was going to be rusty, but this looks like a, I don't know what I was thinking, but not this.
Here's what I'm thinking. The most important part is that this is straight.
See if I can find a good RVD or Sabu here. Hi, Paisley.
We gotta get new engine, obviously. Everything's so
I remember seeing RVD and Sabu for the first time, and I was like, lost my mind. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, who are these guys? Like, it just, when they came to like, the other federations, it wasn't the same. You had to have watched when they were in their prime. I mean, in their prime, I'm not sure if there was anyone more entertaining than RVD and Sabu when they were in their prime, and ECW was at its high point. It was so good. Yeah. Yeah.
golden, glorious future.
Well, now that I've gotten, I guess, used to the look of it, everything's really sturdy. It's replacing some things, and
The metal's good.
yeah,
All the metal was good.
the biggest thing is going to be getting it over to the platform. God, this thing is huge.
Kind of a monster. Thank you guys. Seriously. This whole slab on that stuff. Yeah. We just kind of scoot everything back that way. Give us a nice working zone here. Yeah, get the brush out. Start from top to bottom. I'm going to start ripping that motor off. Try and get that out of there. All right. I guess I can get my torque.
Let me see what I got on the DVR.
See what we can get done.
We got Law and Order, Law and Order. I think it might be time for some Simpsons or King of the Hill. It's like it might be that time.
Get this whole sawmill over to our property and onto this platform. Here in Port Protection.
Your boy's getting a little hungry too. I know it's not good to be eating this late, but all right. Yes. The human suplex machine. Yes, the whole fucking show, dude. It was just unbelievable. Like Van Terminator, and just seeing like all these like ragged looking dudes, but they were just like, I don't know, man. It was like the presentation, it was like low budget, but I was like, I didn't care. I was like, I want to see some shit that I've never seen before, and mind blown, man. Oh, wow. That's crazy, dude. All right, let me delete some of these photos here to make room for some more. And yeah, like I said, if we want to go for another 23 minutes, and that'll be 3 hours and 30 minutes. We can go that route. I don't really know what. It's already 10 o'clock here, which means it would be like midnight or 1 a.m. and it's Thursday, so it's not like it's the weekend yet. So what do we think? Should we go for another few minutes? Go for 23 more minutes, and then Shep can eat and sleep and watch TV and watch ghost stuff, and then Sarah will have some stuff to look forward to with her new job and whatnot. I'm not sure if Holly's still in the room or not, but I appreciate everyone here, and big game from Giannis. We wheezed the juice. Saw some Georgia. Some Kobe.
I needed to get my mind on something else. Anything else. For the first time
That one's kind of cool.
Education was the answer. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. So when I took the test, the answers were stuck in my brain. It was like a whole different kind of cheating. Well, we couldn't eat rabbit.
Excuse me, sir. Your credit card has been rejected.
Okay, good. Well, I'll probably message you maybe even after if you're going to be up for a little bit. Like I'll see what I'm watching or whatever. But if I see anything, I mean, I might be watching some of these same shows. I'm going to be usually I'll be up for a while, but yeah. You can do that for a little bit. I mean, probably me and Shepard will be up for hours and hours and hours and hours. But as far as just streaming on here, yeah, we can go for a little bit. I might take Paisley for another walk. Try to get some more exercise and whatnot. Eat a little bit. Me either. For real. Sometimes I like, my me time, and I like to be able to get my, I like, sit on the couch, get the pillow. If I can snuggle with Paisley a little bit, get my cartoons in, get my shows in for a little bit. And I don't think I have any more pre-rolls. I need to go get some more probably tomorrow, but I still got other things I can partake in with gummies and whatnot. So yeah, but it's nice. I mean, like I said, I usually need a few hours after streaming. I just can't be streaming and I'm going to bed. There's just no way. I'm not going to go to sleep right away. I'm going to still be up. So what do you guys want to see there? Shep, what do you want here? Yeah, that's good, man. Like I said, we always appreciate you here. I know sometimes you'll be able to support us, through and through, and there'll be times where you won't be able to, but we still, regardless if you can donate or not, just having you in the room. I usually tell that with Holly as well. Even if she can't donate with other things that are going on, I would rather have her in the room rather than not have her in the room. I just enjoy the conversation. It just makes the room on another level, and it's usually nice because we don't get to. You're working so much, so it's kind of like a rarity where we can have you in. And normally, maybe it'll be for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You got to go to work when we can actually hang out for 30 minutes, an hour and a half. It's awesome, dude. I like being able to get that time in with the people that are the goats.
What's interesting is you continue losing money even after you're dead. Your brain cycle-
Good for my mental health.
Mr. Simpson, your intelligence profile indicates that you're too stupid to stick to a budget.
Yes, go on.
So let me put this simply. You need more money.
How do I get it?
But we can go in the DeLorean if you want to do wrestlers, video games, food. We can do food for the last 19, or we can go a little bit past the 19. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily have I am going to get to a point where I'm just going to want to read and kind of relax and whatnot. But I like being able to, if I know people are in the room that I enjoy spending time with, sometimes I'll go a little bit longer if I have the ability to. So. For real, man. It's always good to talk to you, Jim. All right, what other photos do we want to look at? What do you want to do, Shep, for this last 19? Yeah, but I'm, like I said, just based on me having to work so hard, for 10 years, to get to this point. It's just kind of nice. It's I can stay up late. I still wake up early. Sometimes I'll end up, going back to sleep if I don't get up, depending if Paisley wants to still snug. Oh, you do? Nice. I got two kinds actually right here in front of me. I got one that's elderberry, 2-for-1 THC CBN indica enhanced. These are fire. Wild brand. They're good. And then I got my other ones, my black cherry. So yeah. Yeah, let's do some food, dude. Heck yeah. I'll let you decide what food would you like to see here for the next 18 to 21 minutes or so. If we go for another 20 to 30 minutes, what do we want to look at food here? You let me know what a category of food that you want to see, and I'll start doing the photos, and we'll all hang out, and then we'll just go from there.
What is this? Some kind of force field around these vegetables?
That's the ski skirt. You have to lean under it to get salad or ski zone stuff.
Ah, everything's so green and alive.
Yeah, but this is always important.
Mr. Burns?
For sure.
I was wondering if I could get a raise.
What kind of a raise?
Walking?
I see. You have 30 seconds to wow me.
Well, sir, you see, sir, I've
worked here a long time, and my wife has a gang leg.
All right, let's do some food. Food. What do we want to do for the food?
Okay, let's see what's in the news today.
Hurl this at that.
Atlantic, but he's a war hero.
Well, it's decorating.
No.
Not even for $4.
Ow, my eye! I'm not supposed to get pudding in it.
No, that was capital. My lung is aching.
I like when I threw the pudding.
Do it again. I'll make it an even 8.
You're the boss.
Ow! I'm in hell!
Let's keep the laughs coming, eh, Simpson? Let's say I make you my executive in charge of recreation. No.
Oh my God. So Jameson said fair food. And I know Shep will have an idea of what he wants to see as well. And then hold on, look at this. Look at this monstrosity. Talking about fair food. Oh my God. So that's sparkle ice cream, cotton candy, all kinds of delicious goodness. There's not too many photos where I'm like, oh my God, look at that thing. But holy shit. That might be a heart attack waiting to happen, but I'm diving in. That looks amazing.
For instant volume and hair that shines and flows like water. New Trust-Made Fluid Volume Spray. Infused with a blend of biotin and plant-based protein that penetrates. Spray to get naturally lifted, exceptionally fluid hair. New Trust-Made Fluid Volume Hair Care.
Oh, look, the latest progressive soup. So delicious. Oh, tender. The anticipation is killing me.
All right, so I'm gonna try to find different fair food from across the United States, the best or some of the best, if it'll let me format. I'm just gonna be looking for like desserts, the oversized corn dog, just all kinds of they have like Indiana State Fair, Florida State Fair. They got all kinds of different stuff here. Okay.
Who will do your taxes from start to finish? Try TurboTax Live Full Service. A tax expert will do your taxes and find every dollar guaranteed. Try TurboTax Live Full Service.
My most important kitchen tool, rivalry. So I choose the Riva Plus. Unlike some others, the Riva Plus is a multitasker supporting 6 key indicators of brain health to help keep me sharp. The Riva, think bigger.
Some say the world has never been more divided, that we've never been more disconnected. But through our windows, we're able to see so much good every day. And it's clear that a little kindness is never really little.
All right, Paisley got kicked out of the bedroom. She usually gets in this kind of like bitey, more aggressive mode, usually always around the same time between like 9, 10, 11 o'clock and stuff. But when she usually is with me, she'll usually calm down a little bit. Seriously. All right, we got 13 minutes to go. Let me keep trying to find some good options here of food. 9B. That's a good one, though. I haven't found a really, really good one like that in a while. But a Jameson with a good selection there. You never know what I might find. I have to find different keywords. Oh, my gosh. Yes, please. Sign me up. State fairs are fun. Expensive, but fun. I mean, you got the right friend group to go with. Oh, my gosh.
I'd like to buy a mint-condition Spider-Man #1, please.
I'd like an hour on the holodeck with 7 of 9. Saturn's rings. Let me get that for you.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get like the most extravagant stuff. It's like whatever you think that you normally like, they'll find it and then make it like a billion times better. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure about the Pop Rock stuff on the left-hand side with that particular drink, but it probably is good. But that one on the right, though.
There's so much more fun than Smith is. Like, he doesn't know the meaning of the word game.
Sometimes I feel like I've been so
Hi, Paisley.
separately, but out of the box I find you posable. Just like this is better than a movie. Why?
Little help, please.
He says, I'm drunk Uno.
Get that out of here. I knew the ladies' room was far too long, and so I hope you don't mind if I...
Damn, some of these photos keep getting better and better. I hope some of these will flip over.
That's 6 years worth of inoculations.
Here you are, my good man. And one.
Are you still watching the Ghost Hunters, dude?
Polio shot.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Yep. Anti-polio.
Where did you get that ball of money?
I've been doing some outside projects for Mr. Burns.
Really? Like what?
Yeah.
I'm always down for a good card game or a board game or dominoes or, you know, we have friends of, you know, a long period of time and wide variety, you know,
Thank you, Father, for the injections.
kind of find ways to pass the time. The bacon milkshake. Straight bacon milkshake, no, but I would definitely, I'm a big bacon fan, so. No, but I have not. But I bet it's amazing. What is it mixed with? See if I can find a picture.
Wait till you see the big red Chinese panda. It's nothing but a fat guy in a suit.
What do I have to do with the Lindy Hop?
Ooh, that's the heart of the bit.
Oh, they don't even, yeah, they just got like a big ass piece of bacon that they put in with it. Wow, that looks good. Hi, Paisley. Like people think, oh, it's not gonna be all like brown, but it just looks like a normal milkshake with like the bacon pieces in it, the sweet and the savory. And that's why, like when you go to like Voodoo, they have big pieces of bacon on top of the donut that you can buy, like huge pieces, like 2 big pieces on the top. Like there's one. There's a couple other photos.
Don't worry, folks, because of their thick, hides, pandas only feel the slightest tickle from these powerful electric shocks. Oh, she's saying I love you.
Simpson likes the boogie. Something's wrong.
I'm looking at a lot of these pictures and they have like different options with it. They look all awesome. Like I have never had one, but I'm like, oh my gosh, every one of them looks insane. Like really, really good. And like the bacon isn't the headliner. It's just like the add-on, but like this next picture is like, you can't tell me looking at this wouldn't be good. Oh yeah. Come on, dude. Hi, Paisley. Paisley, you want to say hi? Want to say hi with Dad?
She just said yes.
Hi.
You ain't going nowhere, kitty.
Am I glad to see you guys? You gotta go. Oh.
Dad? The panda was you?
Did you see Daddy dance? They all saw me dance.
Oh,
People will do despicable things to get their hands on a fortune.
This be our little secret.
Watch Fly. New episodes Mondays at 10 on Freeform Mystery Hulu.
Sex trafficking, money laundering.
I was in home. Everything was in the CIA. He did executive sense of authority. Everyone was transfixed. He said, I'm building a farm.
How much work can you get?
I'm feeling better.
Body pain? Headache?
Nope. All in one and done.
Congestion?
Better.
Cough? Fever?
Better.
Yeah, she's missing Dad. She's like, Dad, it's time to hang out with me and spend time. This is the bacon. All these are bacon ones. This is bacon, and then this is the bacon. There's like all variations of it, though. Yeah, vanilla and bacon, surprisingly. It looks incredible. Like, look at these other options. Like, they have this one. It's like a chocolate, caramel or caramel bacon milkshake. So they have like these variations of it, kind of like coffee or like ice cream, and then they sprinkle in the bacon milkshake with the other headliners. So they have this one, and then that looks amazing, right? Take a look at this one. Look at this one. I'm like, oh my God. So this looks like a 10 out of 10, but then look at this one. Oh yeah. Dude, I might have to get one. I'm right here, Paisley. I know I'm right here. Daddy is right here. I'll put my hand on the mouse, and she'll nudge, like she'll nudge her head like on my wrist, so I can't click on the mouse. She's getting to be way too smart. Sandwich. Yeah, bacon milkshake sounds really, really good.
Wintry mix. Safety's the name of our game. Yours. Toyota all-wheel drive sedan.
I'm going to see if I can.
Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn.
I have been craving a milkshake.
Toyota. Let's go.
I don't have the craving that often, but every once in a while I'll have it. But I guess, it just depends on where you would go to get it, and sometimes you get disappointed. But I believe you, man. Just even looking at some of these pictures, I'm like, yeah.
The biggest Tempur-Pedic sale of the year is on during the President's Sale at More Furniture. When I started, I was basically a legacy.
Oh, holy shit. Look at this one. Oh, no worries. I figured that you disappeared there for a little bit. We're just looking at fair food and whatnot, and Paisley's getting a little antsy and stuff, so I was probably going to have to go. I was going to go take her maybe for a walk and whatnot. But I will be back tomorrow, and we'll grind it out again. But I started a little bit later today. I started at 7, and then we did the game. But I think that she's like right here, like looking at me, kind of whining and whatnot. So we'll probably just go for a couple more minutes. I wish I had a few more minutes that I could spend with you. But I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be able to grind it out. And if you're up for it, or if you're available, we'd love to be able to have you in here. But this is some of the amazing things that I was able to find, at least temporarily, while we were going through for some of this fair food. So we'll go through these. Cotton candy with all the fixins. Oh, that looks good. I know, Paisley. I'm almost done. I'm sorry. I'll take care of you. I know. I love you. I know.
Take that back for $903.
I retract my statement.
At least I can kind of go through and show you what we've been looking at here for the last few minutes. All kinds of delicious fair food. Oh, yes, they are. I haven't had one in such a long time. And Shepard brought up the bacon milkshake, which I've never had. But just for my mental health right now, I mean, just a huge boost. Like, went for the walk. It's starting to get colder out there, but a good choice by Jameson. And then we had Shep come in. We actually had a good basketball game. I normally don't do basketball games, and 106, 105, and I can always hang out with some of my favorite people on planet Earth. And even if we only can spend a few minutes together, 30 minutes, an hour, or someone that's been here from the start like Sarah, it's always good to be able to spend time with you guys, and that way we can get time with the goats and we can all interact together. But this one was like the high-end fancy bacon milkshake. I mean, this looks like something that would cost like $15, and I probably would pay it. Like, I'm like, all right, man, fuck it. If it's $15, kind of expensive, but I imagine it's to die for. And then this one is like the bacon caramel jump off. And then I had one other one that was like, hold up, let's look at this one.
I had a bit of a shoe sniffing problem myself. I'm still not allowed up third floor.
And then we go, so we got the donut holes with the bacon, and then like another, yeah. Now we're now I'm getting out of control with everything here. Looks so good. Oh my goodness. But I hope things are a little bit better for you today. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Is there anything I can throw up here for you before I go? You got anything that you want to see photo wise? So I wish I could spend a little bit more time. And obviously you had your phone calls. Your phone calls were more important, so you need to get that done. But I will be here for you. Obviously we got the Senior Bowl. So I'll record tomorrow. We got the Senior Bowl on Saturday, NASCAR on Sunday. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. What do you want to see? Some Tommy or corgis? Bang, bang. Let me know what you want to see, and I got you. I know. That's what I was just thinking, too. Yes, I got you. No problem. I got you. We'll do all three. Let me get you. Let me get you. I know. I know, Paisley. I know. But, she just has all these little whines and all these little tones about her. But we appreciate you very, very much. Oh, good. I'm so happy for that. That is good. We appreciate you, too. I wish I could stay a little bit longer. Oh, I had a really good one, like a cherry drizzle one a couple days ago. Fantastic. Just like a slice, but it was very good. Sometimes you got to treat yourself, you know what I mean? And, sometimes getting that one little piece of dessert, even if you go to like a grocery store, or it doesn't have to be a bakery, but sometimes, they have like those single slice pieces and they cost like $5 or $6. You're like, I'm never going to buy that. Sometimes buying something like that can really make your day. It's like treating yourself to something that's a little bit maybe overpriced, but it's going to taste good. That's okay, honey. I know you have so many tones. You have so much personality. Daddy loves you. We're going to spend all our time together. Okay. We're going to snug. I'll put my chin on the top of your head and we'll just snuggie together and we'll watch some shows and I'll give you some treats and give you a million kisses. Okay. It's all good. I still got to we'll get a little munchkin kitties. Get a couple cat photos, and I think that'll be good. It's okay, Paisley. Good old corgis. Good old Tommy. Good old corgis. Good old munchkin kitties. I know, honey. I know. Daddy's almost done.
His IRA is professionally managed, and he gets one-on-one coaching when he needs it. So Ben is
cute little kitties. Well, we're praying for you, and I hope everything ends up going well. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. I'll be back live tomorrow, probably like at 7 p.m. again, and then we'll We'll do the Senior Bowl on Saturday. We'll do NASCAR on Sunday. So we got things lined up each day. And yeah, I appreciate you guys very, very much. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I love you. I appreciate you. What a game. Crazy. Final score 106-105 Milwaukee. And again, I'll be back very, very soon. I appreciate everyone that came through and donated, spent some time. Shep, you're the MVP. Holly, love you. Sarah, love you. Jameson, you're the man. I love you guys. All you. You guys are the best. And like I said, we'll have a little bit more time to hang out. I hope everyone is good. I love you. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Love you. Appreciate you. I will talk to you guys soon. Gang.